Hey, everybody, come on in the room, child. Come on in the room. Hey, everybody. Hey, Peaches 305 Day County's in the house. Hey, my baby. How you doing, boo? Hey, Pam. Welcome. Pamela, welcome to the channel. Hey, Stephanie Harden. How you doing, my baby? Hey, Trenches. Hey, Mandisa. Hey, Life Journey. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Hey, Bird Feed, my baby. Hey, who else here? I said, hey to Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie Harden, my baby. Hey, Life Journey, my boo. Hey, Gemini. Hey, Diana from Brooklyn. Hey, Jerome. Hey, Alex. Hey, NYW. Hey, Rob S. It's a lot going on, child. Hey, Lexing. It's a lot going on, boo. Come on in the room, child. Come on in the room. Okay, so as I'm running through the streets of YouTube, y'all, I see what is going on. There's a huge divide. And the only time there's a huge divide is the same thing over and over again, but nothing is being addressed. Hey, Lady Nika, how you doing, babes? Okay, thanks, babes. Hey, Shells, how you doing, my baby? How you doing, boo? Yes, honey, I miss you too, babe. A lot is going on these streets. Hey, Alex, how you doing, my baby? A lot is going on. Excuse me, there's a divide on YouTube. Child, you can't cough because that's why you've been coughing for 3 years. I'm like, what? Anyways, hey, Sincere, how you doing, baby? Miss Lady Virgo, no, but we're not talking about that. I would tread lightly if I were you. Do I have moderators in here? Hey, Official, how you doing, babes? Hey, Sweet and Chocolate, how you doing, my baby? Hey, Tropical, how you doing, boo? Let me make sure I got my moderators on deck, at least 2 moderators, because we're going to take people out as they come in with nonsense. We already don't deal with it. We ain't going to deal with it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is. I was just watching Cookie, my, she skinned Jay Wilson. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. Um, so yes, I am going to talk about Jay Wilson. Okay, the whole, I've been watching everything unfold and see what's happening, and I know where the divide is. Okay, I know where the divide is. So it's telling, because I mean, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's like when you come on site and you're talking about people and you're comparing, and I've been saying this from the beginning, you can't, everybody's watching everything we do on YouTube. Okay, everybody's watching everything we do on YouTube. So if we are contradicting ourselves and we're saying we're better than another person or another group of people, there's going to be a war. Period. It's going to be a war. So, I mean, it is what it is. So from my understanding, I was watching Jay Wilson, and Jay Wilson is putting down Diva and Ali for their, shenanigans. Saying, well, we don't do this. Well, we're not like that. Well, we're not doxing over here. Well, we don't do this and we don't do that. We don't call people's husbands. We don't do this. That's a lie. Everything is happening. Everything is happening the same as it is in the Black sector. There's not one thing that's different. Not one thing. Everything has happened. People talk about kids, they talk about kids. People are messing around with people's husbands, other people mess around with people's husbands. I don't see the difference. I really don't. And I've said that from the beginning. And it keeps getting pressed under the rug, and I don't understand why. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. Hey, Queen of Soul, how you doing, baby? Hey, Red Pill, my baby. Thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate it, boo. Thank you, TikTok, for the Cash App too, baby. And I got to thank some other people later. Hey, Diving, how you doing, my baby? It's a lot going on, y'all. I was minding my business today, and y'all's, yep. And I was like, what is going on here? I looked and I'm like, this is where the divide is. It's like, okay, then, as Cookie was saying, she's upset because people keep flocking to people's, I guess, channels that don't support them, but yet they pretend to support them just for clicks and views. And she's like, well, why is that happening? And I'm like, I don't know. If I don't like somebody, why am I going to be in their chat? First of all, that's me. If I don't like them, I have no reason to be in their chat. There's no reason for me being in their chat. I'm not going to be in their chat for what reason? You know what I'm saying? If I don't like them. But apparently she said that people are, I guess in the Black sector, are letting people use them, are letting people use them in the beef sector to get content. And I'm like, I don't know why, because if you don't like somebody, why are you using them? Now, Cookie did say that people were playing music or whatever, mocking Ali, okay, and her, because of how she has, I guess, her relationship with her husband. Now, I may be wrong, but I could have sworn, I was listening to Diva one time, and I could have sworn Diva said that they have an open marriage. Okay, didn't Diva say that her husband don't mind her, having, a little on the side or whatever? And she was saying, she was referring to it at that time, and she was saying that she can, that she, he probably wouldn't even do something. But she was saying something like, a women need pipe every now and then to clean us out and all this other stuff. I remember that. I remember that. So what I'm thinking here is, there's a lot. I think that Ali has an open relationship, because ain't nobody gonna let their husband be on no damn phone with nobody else, and you don't know when they talking, and vice versa, and blah, 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 blah. I think that it was willingly, and I think that it's still willingly. And that's why there's no, oh, you shouldn't have called so-and-so's husband, because you don't know what relationship they have. It's only what people are telling you right now. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. I'm like, what is really happening here, y'all? It's a lot going on. So it's just, now Ali and her husband, wait, Ali, the Sag husband, is deceased. What? What do you mean he's deceased, Sincere? I don't know why her husband is deceased. Because she just called him on the phone and she was talking to him. So I don't know what husband you're talking about. Now, Ali, okay, so people are concerned about that, calling people's husbands. And my knowledge, Jay Wilson said, oh, that don't go on over here. Oh, a lot goes on over here, because it happens on the women's end, like Cookie said, when Jay Wilson was calling to Dory. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, it's the same thing. It just, I don't understand the difference. It's the same thing. We don't know what's going on in their situation. We can only speak about it and speculate, but we don't know what's really going on. Who's getting with who? I mean, obviously, Ali is not that green. She knows what she's doing. Okay, Ali knows what she's doing. Okay, and if they want to have an open relationship, I believe that they're going to have an open relationship. And Ali, whenever Ali gets drunk, and y'all know, well, not drunk, but when she's tipsy, okay, y'all know that the sober tongue comes out. And Ali's always pushing up on some women's. Some women's. Yes, I love me some Ali. Ali's pushing up on some women's carpet now. We've heard it over and over again. We've heard it. Lady Nika said, well, I played a song by request as a joke towards Ali. Okay, not Diva. So if that was taken wrong, I'm sorry it was taken that way. Oh, I don't know anything about that, Lady Nika. I don't know, babe, but I don't think, nobody's referring to that. No, I had thought that initially. Sorry, I needed to be clear. Okay. Gemini said, oh, maybe Ali's husband is really nice, unaware of the situation. Child, Cookie made so many great points and facts. Shell said, when you have an open relationship, that means you would do anything just to keep that person. I don't get it. That's weak, my opinion. Well, some people, hey, Yaming, how you doing, baby? I don't think it's weak to have an open relationship. Okay. I'm just saying that. I don't think it's weak. At this point, would I do it in my life? No, but some people do. I mean, some people do it in their relationships for years, Okay. At one time, I was in a relationship that was an open relationship. Okay. But you have to know where the limits are and to what extent is it open to. And it does create a lot of problems. But it is what it is, it invites a lot of problems. Like, you don't know what other people are doing anyways. You know what I'm saying? Because all these people that say, oh, I got my husband. I know I wouldn't do this with my husband. And you don't know what your husband is doing. You don't know what your husband's doing. While you on this YouTube 24/7, you don't know what your husband is doing. Okay? You don't know whose cooter he's eating out and licking. You don't know that. While people spend most of their time up on here gossiping, they don't know what that other man is doing. I'm just saying. Child, I'm just saying. Hey, Angela. Yep, maybe they have an open marriage, different strokes for different folks. Exactly. It don't bother me. Exactly, Lady Nika. Hey, Paulette, how you doing, my baby? Red Pill said, oh, no, this carpet is not available. To each his own, as long as both parties are okay with it. Exactly. Hey, Glock, my baby, how you doing, boo? Glock, baby. Glock reminds me of cock. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so nasty. I was going to say Glock reminds me of cock. I'm just kidding, though. Child. Ooh, calm down, Tracy. Okay. So, yeah, it's a lot going on. I'm trying to tell y'all. Yaming said, I don't think it's weak either, but just keep it a bean and don't lie about your relationship structure. That's what I'm saying, because everybody's trying to put their brains around who to blame, and there is no blame. There's no blame. Hey, Dr. Soapy, ain't no blame here. NYW, ain't no blame, because Ali knows exactly what Ali's doing. Okay? Ali knows exactly what Ali's doing. Hey, Queen Naima, how you doing, baby? It is what it is. Ali knows what she's doing. Ali's not going to come out and tell us what she's doing, and I love her dearly. She's not, and she don't have to. That's her life. But that's the only thing that makes sense. So I don't think that, and I honestly think that her and Diva had more of a relationship than maybe what Diva is saying. Diva was saying it was only like for, the cash or whatever. And, or maybe Ali was saying it was only for the cash because they would donate to her, blah, blah, blah. I think it was a lot more than that. I really do. Exactly. People lie because their ego's getting away. Yep. And that's the thing. So I just don't understand it. It to each his own. Child, I'm to each his own. But the fact is that nobody can put down more than one thing. And this is where Cookie gets upset, because Jay Wilson is saying how our sector is so much better than the Black sector. And if so, then we need to understand why, because I literally have not seen how one sector is better than the other. I haven't seen it. I don't understand it. How is one sector better than the other? I just don't see it, y'all. I really don't understand it. Hey, living my best life. How you doing, my baby? I don't understand how one sector is better than the other. We all docs. There's nothing that one sector has done that somebody else has not done. It's all the same. You cannot control another person's body. Even though you have a significant other, you have a husband or a wife or whatever, but you cannot say what your other partner will do. You don't know what that person's going to do. You don't own that person. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. Now, so it just is what it is. Now we can talk about it without putting blame or without having to include ourselves. That's the whole problem. Well, you know, and I've said this before. I've said it before when we say, well, I do this, well, I don't do this, well, I do this, but I don't do this. Why compare yourself to other people? Why does life have to be a comparison? Does it make us feel better to say, well, I do this and so don't do this? I happen to do this, but so don't do this. That doesn't justify anything. It doesn't make anybody sound better. Doesn't make anybody sound worse. It's just like, what are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? I think people have a pride for their sector, so they want to differentiate. I don't hear anybody else differentiating. The only person that I hear differentiating is Jay Wilson. And I don't understand Jay Wilson because I love both sectors. I mean, we all have good points and bad points. Who are we to say we can't tell nobody to stop talking to somebody because we've all talked to people, invited them in our lives, been burned by them, and the same thing happens. So we can't, personally, I don't think anybody can tell anybody who to talk to on here, who not to talk to, what's to be taken serious, what's not, because everybody has their own limitations. And that's where people start saying hypocrisy and all this other stuff, because people are trying to throw stuff in here and compare it to apples and oranges, and it's ridiculous. I'm like, stop. No, it's the same thing. We're all on YouTube. We're all here for a coin. Okay, everybody is. I don't care if some people are saying they make more coin off of YouTube or whatever. You're still on here for a coin. Same thing. Same thing. So I don't understand what the difference is. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know who Maya is, but Maya said it's a competition who docks better, who drags better, who will really pull up. Now, who is that a competition with? Because I don't know what you're talking about there. Now, everybody does, you know, it has happened over here. We've seen it happen numerous times, okay? It's happened. So I don't understand what's not happened. Everything has happened under the sun. So I don't understand how we differentiate that the beef sector is better than the black sector, and why we're even comparing anyways. If you're going to do the news for every sector. Like I've been trying from the beginning when I first came on here. When I came on here and I said, let's merge the sectors, I said, started to do news on both sectors. And I knew that when the news dried up from the beef sector, people were going to start reporting on the black sector. And I knew it, because people didn't want to take the time or the initiative to go in and find out what happened initially with different subjects. But all of a sudden, when push comes to shove, all of a sudden it's like, well, let me just talk about this. I'm just going to talk about this, but I don't like the sector. I'm just going to talk about this, but I don't like the sector. I don't understand it. It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. I think it's just the information gets spilled on the sectors. You know, people finding a reason for Ali, a reason to not like Ali, you mean? Hey, family of six, how you doing, my baby? And baby, let me tell you, I've gotten some good coin from the black sector. So people, that was another misconception. People were lying, talking about, oh, the black sector don't have money. They coming over here in the beef sector to get our money and blah, blah. It was trolls running around saying that stuff. People was letting it fly. No, I was blocking the ass out of my check because I don't have time for that mess. Okay. So they've been trying to get a full-on war going, and it's ridiculous. The trolls, you know? And I'm like, for what? I'm like, don't you know, Miss Mona donated $1,000 to Clyde Diva. Okay. So I'm like, come on now. People acting like people don't have money. I'm like, people have donated. People have as much money as people have in our sector. I mean, all Cookie had to say was, okay, Cookie and them and the black sector made it rain in my chat one night. That was it. I mean, to prove a point, but ain't nobody talking about that. I'm just saying. So this one sector is not better than the other. Why not just embrace both sectors? There's different people you're going to like that are in the sector versus out of the sector. And that's the same with our sector. But why does it have to be, well, we don't do this over here, over there? Because you know me, I come on and I'm like, no, yes, we do. Yes, we do. We do X, Y, and Z. Stop it. Call a spade a spade. Somebody gonna call you out on it. It's YouTube. Just like Deidre got caught lying. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, you gonna get caught in your mess because you can't be hypocritical coming on here because everybody remembers something. It's crazy. Everybody remembers something. So I don't understand why there's a comparison, but this is where the divide is. Sincere said maybe Jay Wilson wants to be the moral authority, the person who draws a line in the sand and is now setting the standard. I don't know. And maybe that's what Sincere, maybe that's what he's trying to be. And he can hit the link if he wants to hit the link. Or he probably, he probably feel like going live on his channel or whatever and addressing it. I don't know. But this is where I see the divide is. This is where I see the divide is. It's because, every time, and Cookie comes on here every time, and it's really weird because every time that Jay Wilson, and I like me some Jay Wilson, okay? We are co-workers, but I like Jay Wilson. I'm not saying I don't like him. But I have noticed that every time he comes on here and he's somewhat bashing the Black sector, Cookie comes on here and she drags him and then he falls back. And then it's like, why are you even attacking them then? It's weird, y'all. NYW said, thank you, NYW, for the Cash App, baby. People need a reason to drag Allie. Maybe she didn't want the info out in the sector. That's what I'm saying. Yep. Folks are looking for a reason to drag her. Got you, baby. Mm-hmm. Yep. I hear you, Sophie. So I'm just saying it is what it is. We all have our own type of drama. Exactly. Why not just talk about it? Why not just talk about it? Exactly. Trina said, yes, exactly. A lot of the Black sector stuff have been reported on for a while. Yes. And the fact is that we're going to keep talking about the same stuff. Why not? Because you know what? There's new people that come in. There's a reason to talk about stuff. There's a reason to keep revisiting Vegas Gate. There's a reason to keep revisiting everything because people want to rewrite history. And so we have to come in and we have to say, okay, no, this is really what happened. X, Y, and Z, because people want to rewrite history and tell it in their way, and then people will hear them and believe that. So we have to go in and say, hey, that was or it was not true. And that is very necessary because a lot of people be trying to rewrite history and it's not even true. So you want to make sure the facts are out there, especially if you were involved. Exactly. So that's what's going on. And it's just really ridiculous. It's really, really ridiculous. I'm just like, and I had to agree with her. I mean, of course, I'm sure people would screenshot. I don't give them. I had to agree. If you're saying so-and-so is a bad sector or they're bad people because they're do this and this and that, X, Y, and Z, but you're forgetting that everybody in the sector pretty much has dots. No, you cannot do that because you're going to be called out on it. And what am I going to say? I'm just going to be like the neutral person in the situation because I like both parties. I like both parties talking about. I like Cookie. I like Jay Wilson. I'm just going to say, okay, what is the facts? The fact is that I see this going on and I see, this person saying, oh, well, putting down one sector over another sector continuously. And I don't know why. It's weird. I'm like, what is the point of doing that? I don't understand it. I just don't understand it, y'all. I really don't. It's just a lot going on with that. And I'm like, you know what? Everybody watches. I mean, I guess some people forget and think that people only watch them or nobody can hold anybody to a higher standard unless you're above all the mess. You cannot be in the mess and, acting like that you're holier than thou, so to speak. Okay. No pun intended, but holier than thou. And it's like, people can see what's going on because people they're going to be starting to say, wait a minute, what's going on? They're going to call the person out or they're not. It's just crazy. And I see that, y'all, and I'm like, no wonder why Cookie is upset because Cookie's like, why y'all letting them just play in y'all face? She's like, I'm not. That's why she said she unsubscribed from a lot of people, because why is people letting people play in their face like that? That's what she's saying. You know? And it's just weird because, she calls it out. Hey, BL, she calls it out. I love the fact that she calls it out. And it was what it was. Now, I want to see if it's going to be responded to, because, like I said, it's been brought about before. She's been calling it out, and nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. You know what I'm saying? Nothing ever happens. And I'm like, why not? Why is nothing ever happening? Nothing ever gets resolved. Yeah, Cookie did make some great points. And I'm like, why is nothing ever, nobody's ever responding until the next situation happens? And then it repeats itself. This is like the third or fourth time it's been repeating itself. And I'm like, at what point is it going to be addressed? You know? Hey, Pray Tell, how you doing, baby? People don't do well with change. Well, then if they don't do well with change, they need to be quiet and sit down, you know? Exactly. Everybody's doing dirt, period. Like, people used to always want to get mad at Shelly because Shelly was recording conversations. Now it's a normal damn thing. Okay. In some people's parts, I still don't record conversations, but it's like a lot of people recording conversations. And now it's not taboo anymore. So everything is so taboo until we find out who's actually doing it. And then it's like, oh, okay. So stop. It's really weird. So it's just really weird, y'all. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I don't know why people are so scared to be honest, but I'm not, because the truth will always proceed over anything else. Fact is fact, and that's it. People can get mad at people, but the truth will always reign precedence over all. Hey, Carmel. So I'm not surprised by what's going on between Ali and Diva. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised at all. Like I said, there's just so many sides to every damn story. And for what I remember, does anybody remember Diva saying that she has somewhat of like an open relationship because she is bi or whatever? Does anybody remember that? I know I'm not crazy. I know I remember that, baby. I was like, okay. I remember because I used to be in her bushes. So I'm like, I'm not imagining that. So there's a lot that's not being told there. And Ollie knew this. So there's not a lot that's not being told, y'all. Okay? Hey, Esri. Okay, good. You remember Glock? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, come on now. Now, Glock is a diehard Black sector person. So, yeah, press one if y'all remember that. Because I remember Diva saying that. Does anybody else remember Diva saying that that she likes women, whatever, but she right now she's with the D and she has to have the D. She likes a D, but she do like women. I remember that. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Come on, y'all. Don't be scared. There's 205 people standing in the bushes. And I know good and goddamn well you can drop down and press one if you remember or if you hear her saying that. I heard her saying that. This is nothing new. People are not wanting their business all over the streets, but it's already all over. Ain't nobody going to judge you. Life is life. Life is life. Thank you. Thank you, Rob S. Rob S. These are Black sector people, yes, that know Diva. Uh-huh. Rob S. Yes. Glock. Yes. See, these are people that know. So I don't understand why people are trying to make it seem like it's so, like it's so taboo. No, it's not. It happens, and it is what it is. And I understand, Queen, it's not your ministry. I get it, baby. I totally get it. But to some, it is. So just call a spade a spade. And so we can't be saying, oh, we don't know, or we don't know why this is happening. You know why it's happening. When you want to invite people into your relationship, what do? Some people may pick the more passive person in the relationship to contact the person. Okay. So who's the more passive one? Maybe Ali's husband's more passive. So he's given her permission. Okay, go ahead and contact her. So she don't necessarily know. Diva Tomboyish. Thank you, Diva. Diva said 1. Thank you. There's Diva in the chat, y'all. Glory! Glory! There's Diva. Okay? So she said it 1. Thank you. So there's so many sides to another story. People just don't want to be out here telling their business like that, but there's more to it than normal. So what I was saying is maybe Ali's husband was a more passive one. Maybe maybe that was the fact of her using him to contact Diva to get a feel of Diva and get her vibe going or whatever. However they did it, that's their business. It is what it is. Nothing is taboo for me. I've seen it all. It's not a shocker. But we can't be figuring out who to place blame on because somebody's married, that's on them. I understand a lot of people may say, okay, well, you know what, I value marriage as a whole sacrifice and none of that. Yeah, I do too. But in reality, a lot of people don't have to. They don't have to. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to. Ali is a swinger. Soap said Ali's a swinger, but is ashamed because of the image she wants to portray on YouTube. Yeah, I can see that. I said it. Why do something you are ashamed of? I see that, Soap. I see it. I see it, baby. I see it. And I'm like, it's okay. Just be you, Ali. People gonna like you for you, or they not gonna like you for you. Period. I'm gonna like you either way. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what y'all do. It is what it is. Okay. To each his own. But don't try and pretend like one, is one way and the other's not. And anybody's better than everybody. And also everything has to be like, willy-nilly. No. Come on now. No, it's a lot more going on than anything. And I'm telling you what, if I was to say, I would be like, yes, I want to connect. I wanted to hook up with Diva and her husband. I wanted to do it because we want to do it. It's something we want to do. Bam, that's it. You ain't got to be running around. You ain't got to have people trying to figure out who did what. You ain't got to have people trying to blame the husband. The husband's on there trying to justify. Ain't nothing making sense. You know why? Because all of it is a lie. Ain't nothing making sense and ain't nothing coming out smoothly because it's a lie. That's all it is to it. If you want to swing and you want to get into the lady pond or dip into the lady pond or whatever, who the hell cares? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. It ain't my story. It's ridiculous. Hey, Talent, how you doing, baby? It's just ridiculous. I'm like, it is what it is. A lot of people that we think that have the perfect marriages, no, baby, they don't. They have a lot of skeletons. They have been through a lot of stuff. How you think people have been together for 30 and 40 years? If you think they ain't been through some mess, you ain't heard about it. That's all. You ain't heard about it because they probably not on here on social media exploiting it. But baby, they done been through a lot. Trust. A lot. Okay? It's just ridiculous at this point. Just be yourself. People will accept you regardless, Ali. People are going to like you regardless. Diva said, my point was Ali know about her husband sending me thousands of dollars. See? Exactly. See, look, Ali knows. Diva just said it. Ali knows about her husband sending her thousands of dollars. Okay? So you think that, I mean, really, at this point, do you really think if Ali knows about that, Ali knows what's going on? Ali knows what's going on. And I don't blame Ali, but Ali, don't be scared of these folk. People don't care what people think. But the fact is, just be honest, because people are going to respect you more if you are honest. If you're not honest, then you're not going to get respected. But don't make it seem like that Diva has got one over and, all this. And she was, the husband was going to run off with Diva. Ain't nothing like that. Diva has already said what she likes. She's already said it. There's nothing new. Ain't nothing new under the sun about that. So, child. It's just ridiculous, y'all. I'm like, come on, you got to read in between. Sometimes it's what people don't say is what's important. What people don't say is what's important. It's not necessarily what people say, but it's what people don't say that's important. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Coco 85, my baby. It's just ridiculous. But I'm sick of the double standard. It's like, why? People are how people are. Accept them or either don't. Move on. But don't have to come on just to humiliate them. Hey, Claudia, just to humiliate them for what? You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy she got thousands of baby. I'm happy whoever gets money on YouTube, we all deserve it because it's not easy coming on here. It's not easy coming on here, keeping the interest of people, keeping things going, you know what I'm saying, and keeping it 100. It's not easy doing that, but it happens. It happens. And that's all I'm trying to say is this is where I see the divide is coming in, is because people want to act like we're so much better and we are not. Nobody's better than any other person, period. Period. And until that is addressed where nobody and acknowledged that nobody's better than one another, then it's going to constantly be people getting dragged through these streets, okay, to the white meat. It's going to be people, constantly, being called out left and right and running and hiding or whatever, and not nobody being addressed as to what's going on. Well, that's him. If he opened his wallet, hey, so be it. Because remember, Ali was donating to a lot of the men in the sector. I remember when I first met Ali, she was donating to a lot of the men in the sector. And so therefore her husband was donating to a lot of women in the sector, which I guess was Diva. Diva says that she has a lot of the high donating people in her chat. Okay, good for her. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Good for her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is what it is. It's just ridiculous to try and pretend like, and from what I see, I don't see her have came on here. I don't see anybody. I don't see Ali was really not outraged about nothing. Ali was not outraged when she found out that her husband was calling Diva. She wasn't outraged about it. Do you think that's a coincidence? No, she really didn't care. It didn't bother her. But people are like, oh, Ali, like she didn't know, like she's some ignorant woman. Ali is not ignorant. Trust me. Ali is far from ignorant. She knew exactly what was going on. Stop it. Exactly, Sincere. It's not easy. Exactly. So I'm just like, what is the point? What is the I don't understand the whole thing. It doesn't make any sense. Hey Diva, how you doing, babes?
Hey Tracy, how you doing? I was laying down and I'm hearing you talk to me,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not me. So I did drop down and I put one in the chat and then I put Lord have mercy. I put laugh out loud and then I said,
Okay.
"Hey Tracy." I said, "Hey everyone." And then from there I said back to the clouds. But you have a troll in your chat that cloned my account. If you have your mods check the messages that I just told you, then they will see it's me. Anything talking after that in all caps, that isn't me. And if they go to the
Okay.
channel, they will see Tracy. I would that's not me. This one here says my point was Ali know about her husband sending me thousands of dollars. I did not
Right.
say that. That's not me. If
Oh,
you're
okay. Okay. Can y'all block that person, please? Block that person. Okay. I'm glad you told me because I was like, thousands of dollars. I was like, well, then she knows about it then.
not,
Okay, got you. So let me ask you something, Diva. So why is
sure.
people so I mean, I'm not even upset about it because, it's like if y'all want to do whatever y'all want to do, y'all are all consenting adults. Who the hell cares? If
Mm,
Ami don't want to put all her business out here, that's on her. I'm just reading between the lines. I'm like, ain't nothing for nobody to figure out. It is what it
right,
is.
right,
So I
right,
just don't get it.
right. Well, I did it. As you can hear my voice, I just did like a 5-hour live stream, Tracy, and I went through all of this, and I played some footage from 2 months ago where
Uh-huh.
I did talk to her on the platform, and she admitted to knowing that I was communicating with her husband. Um, also on her platform when she interviewed her husband, he
Uh-huh.
did admit, because people are forgetting when she went to Jay Wilson's platform, she said that I was calling him. We never talked on the phone. That was a lie. She said that I was calling him constantly and I was the one who initiated the call. That was a
Uh-huh.
lie. And I don't hear anybody addressing that she lied. She sat on that platform and told a whole story of lies. And by that not being disturbing to people is troubling to me because I'm like, her whole story changed today. Do you get what I'm saying? And this is why these
Yeah.
people are going through the lengths of, um, they made an account and now acting like they're me, because they were busted. Okay, their lie and their this whole group, they hate me, and it's ridiculous. And this is why I'm always saying, tell people what I've done to you first, and they never can. And if they do, you find out, hey, they was fucking with me first, and then they want to control my response. Nobody gets to control somebody's response. If you fuck with somebody and then they do something back to you, you can't then cry, well, you're going too far. What?
Exactly.
If I'm telling you to leave me alone, and I do this all the time, Tracy, it's I've been the same. I've never changed. I'll
Uh-huh.
tell you to leave me alone constantly because I know that if you keep fucking with me, I'm going to get you. And so they'll keep doing it. And then when I get them, they cry. It's a never ending story.
That's how it is with me too. They'll be like, "Oh, she's so mean, she's horrible," and I'm like, "No, just leave me alone." But they
See,
won't stop.
now you see,
Now,
pretty Tracy.
I think maybe Ali lied and pretended like she didn't know because she don't want people to view her in a bad light. I think.
Oh,
I
well,
don't
I'm
know
going to
why.
re-upload the video. She was just on my panel January the 11th, and she also donated to me towards my shoe addiction. So she gave me money. Her husband didn't give me money since September of 2021. So her donations are recent. So she
Hmm.
just came to my platform. She made it seem like the Jay Wilson that she didn't know me and she never trusted me. I had this and that, all these stuff, all this lies she's telling. But then I play audio today of her on the platform. Oh, I just love you. Nobody can make me stop loving you. And you're just my sweetheart, my spoiled. Oh yeah. So
Yeah, she said that. I remember she said she was like the one that we spoil, like,
mhm,
and I get it. I get that's what she's saying because I think that there was a mutual, I just think that there was a mutual attraction. Okay, this is
mhm,
what I get from the inside, outside looking in. I just get that. And I don't know why. Like, would you admit it if there was, or would she admit it? I don't know.
well,
Or maybe,
I'm very straightforward and I'm very to the point. I wasn't
mhm,
attracted to Ali at all. However, I do have video. Well, not video. I have. Well, yeah, it's going to be a video. You're going to hear the audio from it. A
mhm,
couple of my shows that she jumped on the panel and she was very flirtatious and telling, asking me, talk to me, dirty and all this other stuff. Very flirtatious. She even admitted, and it was actually it's on her channel. I said, yeah, but I was playing around. This is my persona. I come here to
mhm.
entertain. You get what I'm saying? So, um, if people want, some people sponsor my shows. They pay me to, sometimes snack like an ASMR. Some people, people donate for different reasons, and so she used to enjoy my ASMR. So a lot of
Mhm,
my shows was sponsored by her and
mhm.
her husband and stuff like that, but it was never anything inappropriate privately. Her husband never even flirted with me or I him, publicly or privately. However, Ali has flirted with me several times publicly.
Yeah, and I believe it because she flirted with Cookie too, and that's why I was asking her, and she was like, "No, I'm straight," but she's done that to other people on Pizarro's panel, and
Hmm.
they're like, "Well, wait a minute." She's like, "No, I'm straight," and I'm like, "Well, you were just flirting with the person like you wasn't." So I don't, and when they say when you're tipsy and drinking, the truth comes out. So I'm like, I think she wants to. She wants to engage, but she doesn't want people to think she's that way. I don't know why. I don't know why for the longest. I don't know why.
And Tracy, you know what else I don't understand?
Mhm.
On Jay Wilson's platform, and it's a lot of other places that were content creators that were speaking about it. It's mind
Mhm.
blowing to me that, first of all, that people are um, not acknowledging the fact that people, a male and a female, can be friends just because they're both in relationships. All over the
Mhm.
world you have people that are the opposite sex that are friends. It's totally platonic, their spouses know about it, but it's nothing like that. Do you get what I'm saying? And so what it's
Yeah.
driving me, like, it's not driving me crazy, it just lets me know that people don't think logically here. They just want to be on the side of who's more popular or whatever. I get it. Like, she's known here and stuff like that, but to the beef sector, she's a nobody.
Mhm.
And it's a lot of people that come over here and their word is believed, and they're pumped up because, I was listening to our Cookies live stream earlier, and she made a
Uh-huh.
perfect point that because of how Ali allows people to talk to her, or how a lot of people have dealt, ran into black sector people, content creators,
Mhm.
they automatically think that shit is sweet over here, or they think that they can talk to any content creator any type of way, or we were all
Mhm.
down for the merge. I wasn't for the merge. I have been established for so many years on social media. I don't want any new friends. And I was very
Right.
clear about that. I have my small little crowd, and I've never begged for any kind of nothing from nobody. I encourage people to not sub to me. If
I
I
remember
know,
that. I remember that when you got into it with you were protecting, what was that lady's name? I can't think of her name, with the baby dolls and stuff. And
Blessed
you was
oh,
like,
blessed always,
Epstein.
yeah,
Thank
Tina.
you.
yeah, yeah. Hey Paulette, I'm sorry. How you doing, baby?
Hi,
So
hi, Diva. I've never spoke to
Hi,
you
Miss
before.
Paula, how you doing?
so
I'm
I
doing
get what you're
good.
saying because you
I'll be at your channel,
Yes, ma'am.
and I kind of know what's going on. And
Hmm.
today, she's telling the truth, Tracy. Um,
uh-huh.
Oh,
Ali
thank you,
did
Miss
know
Paula. God bless.
about her husband.
Uh-huh.
Diva played the tapes, and it
Wow.
was
I also
Okay.
dated,
interviewed my husband,
January to
Tracy. My
something.
husband came, and
It
he's
was
not even on
dated and
YouTube.
everything. So it's not like,
Wow.
and she was loving on Diva.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow, and I'm so happy to be here, and I miss you, and all that kind of stuff. So
Yep.
they
I
did have
believe
a
it.
friendship, and she
Yeah.
said that they didn't have a friendship.
Yep.
See,
So
I thought they did. I see. That's what I was saying. They had to have had a friendship, but
Yeah.
Ollie's trying to make
yeah,
it seem like they didn't. I guess I don't know why she's distancing herself. The only thing that I can see is the fact that maybe she feels that she know that she's going to get backlash, but she's withstood more than that. This is her life. This is no backlash. I mean, if she feels a certain way and she felt like she wanted to connect on other levels, and therefore she wanted to invite other people into their marriage, that's her. Just say it or not say it, but don't just
well,
lie, on
Diva
somebody.
I
had a
also
point.
proved, and Miss Paulette, you can let her.
Diva had a point today too
Mm-hmm.
concerning CX, and from what I got now, because I'm still learning the people over there. The
Mm-hmm.
understanding I got with the ZX thing is that didn't Ollie want you to like get him off her back?
Oh, Miss Paulette is speaking about how Ali is portraying over here in the beef sector that I wanted to. This is another one of her lies, that I tried to control her and to go in places. That's not true. What happened was she had got into it with ZX, and when she had got into it with ZX, everybody knows how ZX is, how he drags the fuck out of you. So he had exposed Ali, her emails, when she went to Philadelphia, and she hit up ZX. She wanted to meet with him. She wanted a face to face with him.
Right.
Ali has had several conversations with men on YouTube behind the scenes, and so this is what I'm kind of confused at over here. It's like, do you guys understand that she's telling her story? She's not telling my story, she's
Yeah.
telling hers. But anyway, back to it. So her and ZX got into it. She then went back over there. I when she went through it with ZX and went over there, they were blocking her and mistreating. Like, I just felt like that even though she was over there, just like Cookie, I felt like that they
Yeah.
were all like jumping her. So I got on my
Yeah.
platform. I'm dragging the whole damn camp, okay. And then I went
Mhm.
off. Do you know she went back, I would say about like the next day, and she even donated. And when she donated, they had fell out again because she was giving ZX money all the time. And
Yeah.
when they fell out, he exposed an email from her saying, "Hey, I'm giving you money. Please don't tell Diva."
Oh man, that's messed up.
Because she knows that I don't ride like that for nobody. I don't go crazy like I did. Like I went ham because I thought she was
Right.
being jumped, just like Aunt
Mhm.
Cookie. So I have a live stream up like weeks ago, and I was like, because I felt some type of way when she was on that woman's platform, and Cookie, had to battle everybody for her, and then when
Yep,
Cookie
that's. I told
left,
you. I knew why you went, and I didn't even have to watch it, but I knew why you took to your live and went crazy. Went not crazy, but went off because
right,
the fact is that Cookie was just over there defending her, and then she gets back up on Pazar's panel, knowing that all she wants to do is get her to beef, so that people can drag her and she can get more viewers and get 1,000 in her chat. That's all that
right,
was.
right.
Hmm.
I felt some type of way about that. Aunt Cookie can handle herself, and I can handle myself, and we're not even like we have different camps. We empress of our own. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
I felt some type of way about that. Only and it hurt so bad because I know Cookie Heart is in a good place, and I
Yeah.
just was there. I knew that,
Hmm.
but Cookie doing that, and after she left, she allowed them to say whatever they wanted to say about Aunt Cookie, and then she had a nerve to tell the host, "I have nothing to do with this." But then Cookie, she didn't say that, so I felt some type of way about that. So I made a live stream. I said, "You're a weak ass bitch. It's still up." I never took it
Hmm.
down. So Aaliyah's trying to act like, "Oh well, she came out of nowhere with this." No, Miss Pauletta tell you in that video, she also admits to antagonizing me in chats. So catch this, team. I was only doing what she was doing to me first. Am I lying, Miss Paulette?
No, I was there today. I heard everything. I seen the screens and all of that,
Hmm.
and what was said on Jay Wilson and some other panels was incorrect information. She knew
Wow.
everything, and
Well, I just
Wow.
want to
they
encourage.
have been
I'm gonna hop
on
down.
Diva Tomboys have been into it. They have been cool, and I think y'all got the wolf pack or something. I don't understand that all the way, but I think she
Mhm.
was in the wolf pack, and Diva
Yes,
left or
ma'am.
something. And when she came back, Ollie was doing whatever she wanted to do.
And I have some more audio that I'm going to play. When I first came back, she had a little attitude. She was distant, and when I asked her what the problem was,
Hmm.
she came on my panel and she said she felt some type of way because I left YouTube, and it's just like I just left the pack and I just left her, so she had nowhere to go. So she had to find a place to hang out and a place to go, which I think she ended up over in the beef sector, because I have to admit I was gone for like 6 months, and that wasn't. This
Oh,
is
so
not.
right when we heard of you, you were gone for 6 months. Right when you came back and you
She
went
had
live
just
and you said,
came
"I haven't
back.
been here for a while." Okay,
Right.
I didn't know
She had
that.
just
I
came
have to
back
get back.
when that
See, the
wet
things that these
t-shirt
people have,
contest
the problems that
happened.
they have with me, when you see them taking turns, all of this stuff happened years ago when they were
Uh-huh.
messing with me, and then they suffered the consequences after I asked them to leave me alone. I don't like doing things to people. I don't like hurting my own people. But
Right.
just like the example I gave on my channel, if you're walking by a house and it's a gate out front, and it says beware of dog, and you can actually hear the dog barking. So
Hmm.
if you know that it's a dangerous dog or a barking dog behind there, if you jump the fence and get bit, you can't sue the
Hmm.
owner of the property because they
True.
clearly told you beware of dog, and you can hear the dog barking. So what's the smart thing to do if the dog isn't barking at you, and the dog is barking at a squirrel or barking at something else, or paper rolling by? Why are you jumping over the gate so the dog can let me see what the dog can do, because I hear the bark, so I want to see what he can do. So then when that dog bite your motherfucking ass and you got to get your leg fucking cut off or some shit, you,
Mm-hmm.
you want to sue the owner of the dog. Stop it. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, another
I
thing that
just.
I seen today at over at Allie's, uh, Candy Cartel, she
Uh-huh.
did a really good job of asking, about y'all tiff. Uh, sh- she was going over like word for word with Ollie, and she was saying, but you got to see her side of it. She, she was like breaking it down, and they was going really slow with it.
So,
And
Diva, why do
Candy,
you think that why do you think that Ali is now switching up on you? What is your reason for that? What do you think
Okay,
that she?
so I'm gonna let y'all in on something. Usually,
Mhm.
when I figure things out, I just let it play out, and I just say,
Mhm.
"Damn, I'm a bad motherfucker." I'm just kidding. All
Mhm.
right, so this is why Ali is doing what she's doing.
Mhm.
See, when Ali went over, when I left, okay, she had nowhere to go, and she went on over to the beef sector. She's probably been over there because Ali been around for a long time, so she probably was over there, but probably on a different channel, or
Okay.
wasn't noticed because she wasn't. But she was a channel holder, but it was only like 8 of us in there or something like that. So,
Mhm.
and that's fine because some people I like intimate settings, so 8 works for me. It doesn't work for her. So
Right.
she went over to the beef sector, and when I came back, I found out she was Ali the Sag, the content creator. Um, so when I went over there, when she
Mhm.
saw me, even though she was throwing shade and stuff like that, and I went to do it back to her, when she saw me over there, it kind of startled her because I know Ali. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I know Ali. She know that I was cool with her husband. Even on my channel today, you'll see I'm calling him my bestie, and she said, I know," but she pretend with to y'all like she didn't know that we we were friends. But
Yep. Mhm.
yeah, so by me, her antagonizing me and doing things to me, by me
Mhm.
finding her and where she hang at and then doing it to her, it startled her. So she had to come up with something really quick. So this is the only thing that she could come with, in attempts to destroy me or in attempts to get as many beef, because beef sector people don't know me. Look how they took it and ran and just thought that I was like a cleanup woman or something. Rather than
Yeah.
beef sector, it's like Diva don't even get down. It wasn't even believed. You heard nobody report on it on the beef in the
Right.
black sector. You heard
Mhm.
how Candy was talking to her today. You heard I could like nobody. This is the OGs of the sector, people that's been around. Nobody, everybody knows I'm not like that at all. I don't even play with men like that. When you get on my
Yeah.
panel, if a man ever flirted or anything, now women and stuff like that, yeah, I've played around and stuff like that on my platform. But when a man disrespected me, I'll put him down. And if you've
Right.
been in the bushes, you know I'm telling the truth. Or I'll tell them,
Yeah.
who the fuck you
I've
talking
seen
to?
that. Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that really offended me because she knew, because she's not stupid, what would hit me hard that would make me snap. But see, and she never thought in a million years this would backfire. I might not have as many people as she has listening, and the beef
Mhm.
sector might be cool with her. But guess what? She gonna eventually show her true colors. Looking at this. So is Diva
well,
saying
let
that
me ask you
her and
something.
Ali husband are just friends? Well, I, we wasn't even that. I would say like social media bestie, and that was only because it was I hell, I call people in the wolf pack my brothers. I have brothers, best friends, sisters. We are unit. And even if you go to her platform and hear him speak for yourself, he'll explain that I run a tight camp. Actually, I have the most tightest camp in the black sector. It has never been anybody that left me that came solid with the pack, that the originators that have went off and talked dirty about me. Okay, this is the first. Well, she wasn't even considered a pack. The sisters would tell you they never wanted her in the pack. So, but I
So
always
why?
include. I
Okay,
thought
so
that.
so for those that don't know, Diva's channel is called. Well, her people are called the Wolf Pack. So Diva, why again? Why? Okay, so why do you? Because I'm trying to stay on topic because I know I get off topic. But okay, why do you feel like Ali is all of a sudden switching up? Why is she pretending like all like she's innocent and all this stuff? What is with her new change of
Oh, I'm
heart? What do you
sorry.
think
I'm
that's
sorry
over?
that I didn't make it clear after I told you. So she was intimidated seeing me over there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because if people get to know me for themselves, hey, what tend to happen if you're being genuine and being yourself and stuff like that. She she didn't want me to steal her shine. And you see what happened when I
That's all it
antagonized her
is.
back on Jay Wilson's chat, and then
Mm-hmm.
I hit the panel. I did exactly. See, I was trolling her, and a lot of people, because I don't make announcements, I just do it because I'm doing exactly what you did to me. So I
Uh-huh.
started trolling her by taking her shine because I know that will bother her. So and I just was being myself. So when I went over there and got Jay Wilson's attention, we sung. Of course, and like I don't have the best voice in the world, but I can sing. I'm kind of entertaining. So when the whole show went to a singing show, she hated that. She dropped down, and then you can see me in the chat saying, "I have all your attention, Ali." I was trolling her. So she wants to,
Okay.
right now, Ali is the talk of the beef sector. She's new. She gets up on panels. You guys think that she's stupid. She's not. She pretends to be that way.
I
Just
know
so
she's
No,
you
I've
get
not.
what I'm
seen it.
saying?
Ali's
This
not.
falling
She's
back.
not. She's far from stupid. She's far
She
from
is
Right.
not.
stupid. I've seen her
Yeah,
do plays. I've seen her do that. She's smart.
yeah, I
Uh-huh.
watch it. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. She does some plays. See,
It's
I used to
it's a
think that
lot of people
before.
over here know that though. You know the beef
Uh-huh.
sector. Everybody eyes on her anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know we see everything.
So you think it's just jealousy then, Diva? That's it? She's jealous of you because you're becoming more known throughout the sector. Do you think that's it with her?
I don't think she's jealous of me, no. And I have to be very honest. She doesn't.
Hmm.
She's not jealous of me.
Okay.
She is an attention whore. So if you take her shine, just like yesterday on Jay Wilson's platform, it wasn't about her. I have been on, I trolled her on somebody else's panel, talked about her, she didn't budge. I was also talking about her in Cookie's chat, laying her ass out. She ignored me. But just when I went on Jay Wilson's platform yesterday, even though it was a conversation about me and the mayor, had nothing to do with her. Nobody mentioned her. Who popped on the panel? Because they needed that attention. So that's she just as long as I stay in the black sector and don't come to the beef sector, she's fine with that because that's where she is getting the most attention. We pay her no mind.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying
And
now.
she's a
Okay.
nobody. Do you get what I'm saying? So she's
Mhm.
like, I don't want to boost myself any higher, but like I'm loved. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
over here it's like, well, over here it's like, hey Ali, literally. Like, hey,
Yeah.
not
I
me.
noticed.
I've
I see
always liked
that.
her. You get
Yeah,
what I'm
y'all
saying?
look kind of the black sector is not as receiving as we are to Ali. I don't know what it is, but it's y'all are not for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not, we know her history, and she's not, listen, she's exciting over here. She's new to y'all. And now,
Hmm.
because she's being pumped up by y'all, I just
Hmm.
wish that the beef sector stopped thinking everybody in the beef sector, the blacks, she can't speak for us. She's not a
Hmm.
person that can speak for black sector. That Toya girl, I can't, oh my God, they're all liars. And I know you love Diet to death, but nobody takes her serious either. So it's just these are not people that, but see, when they talk about diva, what do you hear
Hmm.
ringing? Diva, diva. This is the talk, especially like what? So even though nobody can believe it, even the black sector is coming over. Everybody is like, even though the black sector is like a little bit confused, like that's
Hmm.
not diva. But at the same time, it's just like it's diva. So
Well,
I'm just
Diva,
saying.
let me tell you
I'm not
this
trying
here.
to be, because
The first
I'm just a
time I
little.
knew,
I consider myself a little peon in a corner with 8 views. Okay. Yes. Do I make a
Yeah.
like? Do I make a goal and do I hit it? Yes. Do I have the biggest donators in the black sector in my chat? Yes. But what I'm telling you is nobody cares about Ali. Nobody.
Yeah.
Well, I
But
can say
y'all.
one
Hey,
thing.
Betty. How you doing, Betty? Go ahead. Go ahead,
Oh,
Paulette.
Betty Boop.
I can say one thing for Ali in her
Mm-hmm.
favor that
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed. She don't talk against the black sector over here.
No, she
You
won't.
know, she
Yeah.
don't talk about the content creators over there. You know, when people try to grill her, I've
Yeah.
seen them grill her at Pizarro's. She do not turn against the black sector, like for the beef sector.
Right. She doesn't. Mm-mm.
Like talk against the sector. But our sector, we have a habit of going to the black sector, just spewing like we got diarrhea of the mouth. Now I've noticed that.
Yeah, some people do. Some people like that, like they know the whole history. Some people do. And I only speak about what I know. And I'll be like, y'all correct me if I'm wrong or something, because I actually went through and seen like old videos and stuff. And I'm the one that'll go in, and be like, okay, now I watch so and so, and this is what I've seen or whatever. But I try not to pass judgment because we really don't know y'all like that. So
Yeah.
that's
Tracy,
where the divide is coming
at
in.
first, I was like taken back by you, Tracy. At first, because like people like us, because we're so
Mhm.
like upfront and just be like,
Mhm.
I don't give like that. That's how, if we like you, if we fuck with you, we fuck with you. If we don't, we don't. And so straightforward that it comes off as being aggressive. So I'm looked
Mhm.
at the same way. I'm viewed the same way. Like people will sit back and watch me for months, like you. And then it's like, okay, I get her. You get what I'm saying? But if it's somebody that can't like don't have the patience, what they'll do is they sit and they hear me. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
oh, I don't like her. You get what I'm saying? Because they see me going at somebody else. You don't even know the storyline. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
But this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna because I am looking at the chat and what I have going on right now. I was told to avoid at all costs by the sheriff's department, so I have to get down and exit off the channel. Okay.
Well, let me
okay.
ask you something real quick before you go, Diva. Did you call the mayor's job? Why did you do that? That was
Absolutely. And Tracy, by
uh,
me having to exit due to this is all legal.
uh,
I'm gonna, if you want to talk to me anytime, like if I see you live and you drop the link, even if it's not whatever, you can ask me anything you want. I'll come over here because I am sub to you, notifications on, but I don't feel like typing all the time. You get what I'm saying?
right. I get
Because
it. Mhm.
it's mixed over here. You get along, you love people that I don't like, and
Right.
and
The
it's
only
probably the
person I
same
don't
with
like
me.
is ZX that be in everybody's chat. That's why I be in your bushes and Betty's bushes. Because of ZX, I can't stand him. I'm like, oh, I can't even stand him. I know I'm gonna go off. I
Oh,
drop in your chat.
that's my troll territory.
Oh, can't
He
stand
knows that
him.
I'm trolling him. But
Wow.
yeah, I'll run it down to you. Absolutely, yes, I did, and the video is still up. And but yeah, as far as because I had to file a police report and in attempts to get like a stay away order, so I have to abide by different things. So I have to keep constantly showing like I'm here now. I'm up on a panel, and even though it seems like, oh, I'm just here to enjoy the show. No, this guy, even yesterday I was on a panel, I was having a conversation with a female and he came
Uh-huh.
up on there just to sit there. So it's just a lot, and I could tell you all about it, and I have proof and I have receipts, so I'll be happy to break it down for you.
Okay.
All right,
Wow.
bye,
Okay,
Miss
babe.
Talking to
Paulette.
you.
Well, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it then, Diva.
Okay, bye, pretty Tracy.
Okay, we'll talk to you later,
Bye
babes.
bye.
Yeah, bye bye.
So, y'all, that was Miss Diva. The mayor, I would like for the mayor to hit the link now. Mayor, can you hit the link? Because I had seen him in the chat earlier and I said I had screaming for him the other night. Remember, Paulette?
Yeah,
So,
last night.
yeah, was it last night? Okay, yeah, last night. I was like, where is the mayor? So I'm like, wow, it's a lot going on here. But we did find out that and we can watch for
Well,
ourselves.
I like
I like,
Ollie. I don't have
yeah,
anything
that's what I was
against
gonna
her.
say. I like
I'm just,
Ollie. Mhm.
I'm telling the truth about what I seen today with my own
Exactly. I
eyes
like,
and heard with
yeah,
my own ears.
I like Ali, and from what I see, I like Diva. They ain't did nothing to me. I'm just reading between the lines as far as this. All of a sudden, and she said that it was a situation was between her and Mayor, and then Ali all of a sudden got up on Jay Wilson's panel. That's how that happened. Because when we ended that live, I went back to try and watch it, but it wasn't really. I mean, they were just talking here and there, but it wasn't anything like extra. Like I
Well,
didn't
I
get a whole lot
watched it.
from them. You
And
did?
it
Did you get
seemed
a
like
whole
when
lot from them?
Ollie went up there,
Uh,
she was just sitting there for a while, and
hmm.
then she started talking to the mayor about a beef that they had. That was her entrance into the conversation.
Oh.
She just put herself up there, and she wanted to discuss with the mayor or the
Oh,
governor,
so that had
whatever his
nothing to
name is.
do with what Diva was talking about as far as her and the mayor. That had nothing to do with it.
Mm-mm. It was
Got it.
the mayor had been talking to Jay Wilson, and Ollie jumped up there, and she
Mm-hmm.
went back to a beef that they had before.
Mm.
So you just it was just a long live, and it was some good parts, but it was they how they go up and down, up and down. It was that kind of live.
Yeah. Yeah. See, and I was red balling to it, and I was like, okay, like I never understood it. That's why, because that came out of nowhere, I guess. That
Yeah,
whole
that's what.
thing.
Yeah, see, I got up here earlier. I didn't know that Diva was coming up.
Uh-huh.
I came
Okay.
up to explain to you what I had found out today on Diva Channel.
Oh, okay.
That
Okay. So you
I
found out.
heard everything that and saw everything, and it was a good live. It was a long one, and Snoop had a lot of questions, of Diva to get an
Uh-huh.
understanding, and then she played through like the recordings. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that way, she knew everything, and that's all I can
Wow.
say about that. And like I said, I did go to Ali Live, and
Mm-hmm.
Candy, like I said, Candy was like walking her slow through the turmoil, Diva
Mm-hmm.
turmoil, and she was like using reverse psychology. You know how Ali try to ask questions and get understanding. Well, Candy did her that way, and she got to letting her see Diva point of view.
But do you think that Ali already understood it? I think Ali already knows pretty much, I think,
On some, but on where she, how she play that role about I don't
yeah,
know anything,
that's what I'm
so
saying.
you
Yeah.
can't say yay or nay because if you don't observe her, you won't notice it. But
Okay. Yeah.
she's like calculating,
Yeah.
and that's the best word I know to describe her. She's like trying to think ahead
Yeah.
of what the next move gonna be all the time, and see you can't do that because that's how you get caught up.
Well, not only that, people can tell, they can see that you're trying to avoid situations or you're trying to speak ahead. And if somebody can't give a definite yes or no about something, that's a
Right.
sign that they're trying to not get caught up and they're just
Yeah.
not wanting to, they're being indecisive and lying. That's the whole thing. Mm-hmm.
Well, I just, wanted to just clear that up. And like I
Yeah.
said, I don't have anything against Ollie. I was in
Mm-hmm.
her life and I got to see what was going on in her life. But then I went
Mm-hmm.
to Diva Tomboyish, and that's where you really got everything was getting, it was in broke down in black and white.
Dang, I don't know where I didn't even see that she was live. Well, I was out most of the day. I don't know.
Yeah, you was out
So,
because I thought you was asleep because Cookie had asked about you. And I
because was
told
Cookie,
her,
because when I went to Cookie's live, that was the first time I seen her. So where was Cookie live earlier today?
yeah, she was live over in the morning. You know how she come on early.
Oh, I didn't even get the really? I
You
didn't even
called
know
her
she was
late. You
live.
called her late live.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it, okay.
Excuse me. And then she had another one after that. I think after the one that you was in.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think Cookie did three lives, but if I'm not mistaken.
Dang, I don't know how I missed it. Okay, because I didn't get a notification for it.
Well, see, on she had asked me well, I'm gonna let you know this here. I told her about that troll that came in here.
Oh yes. Okay,
The
good.
person that asked for $250 for Mona.
Okay, good. You
And
told her about that.
she thanked
Okay.
me for that. And I'm just letting you know because I think that she should know that she got a troll going around here dropping
Yeah.
cash apps and begging for money.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want
Okay.
to step on your toes, but I thought that she need to
Oh
know that
yeah,
as
she
soon
needs
as
to know that.
possible.
Hmm. Yeah.
And to keep confusion down over here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You know, so
Mm-hmm.
I let her know that, and then later on, because you never
Hey,
did drop
Demir.
down, and she asked me where was you at, and I say, well, she might be asleep because we did another all nighter. You know,
Yeah.
but then you did say you had some errands to run today.
Yeah, exactly. So it was, I didn't get started till like late, and I didn't even get a notification for her to know she was even live. I'm like, what the hell?
Well,
Dang, I missed it.
she did a live like the one she did with Jay Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
and then she did a live. What was it about? Was it Quantity? Uh, it was
Yeah, but
something that happened.
I
And
gotta go back and check that one. She still has it up, right? I gotta review that one then from
yeah,
the morning.
she
Yeah.
had so many points today. I can't keep them all in my head, because
Uh-huh.
she was lit. She was
Yeah,
just
everybody was saying,
explaining
people in that
things.
chat was saying that she was laying it out on the line. She was
She just
doing good.
laid it out. You know, she did
Mm-hmm.
a good job. You
The
know,
mayor, hey, the mayor, how you doing, babes?
Good evening, Teresa. Good evening, Paulette. Good
hey,
evening to
man,
everybody in the chat room. What's going
I be
on?
I have
calling you
been.
the governor and everything else. I don't know why
I
this
was
is
like,
with
where is
the
she getting the
governor.
governor from? Child, you are so funny,
Because
Paulette.
I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong, so I just say both of them.
Child, so let me tell you, the mayor. So I just was like, what the hell? So what the hell happened with you and Diva? I was like, I was thoroughly shocked. I said, well, I know that you can't be putting your information out because people will try you and test you and call. And I'm like, what happened? I never knew y'all even had any beef like that.
Yeah, our beef has been ongoing for a couple of years. Um,
Okay.
she has done some things. Like I said, we're both not innocent in this
Yeah.
whole thing that we've done with one another.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she has gone as far as, like I said, not only to, she has called City Hall on me. She has called the real mayor of Detroit on me. Saying that I was impersonating him, that I was asking for donations and also selling T-shirts.
Oh wow.
When I got doxxed back in, I want to say 2020
Uh-huh.
by Chucky. Um,
Mm-hmm.
at that point in time, I just said, "Well, if you're gonna dox me." Like I said, I'm not gonna say that I'm an innocent bystander in this. I've done my fair. I've done my fair of things. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
one thing that I do not do, um, I don't come when it comes to playing with the kids. I don't go with playing with the kids.
Right.
I've never doxed nobody. I've been with people
Mhm.
who have doxed people. Um, that have I everybody said that I called the FBI on Roy Rodriguez. I never called the FBI on him because he wanted to come up here. See, think about what Roy wanted to come up here to fight me. So I said, well, Roy, if you feel the need that you want to come up here and fight somebody, come on up here. I'll buy you a plane ticket.
Right.
So he gave me his real name and all his information because we all know that you cannot get on a plane unless they have your real information. Or if you buy a ticket for somebody, you cannot buy anything unless you have their real name.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, but after that, I let them alone. Um, Roy has a problem with using the N word.
Oh yeah,
And
that's why I blocked him. Uh-huh. I didn't even
right,
know him, but when I heard him do that on Jay Wilson's that time, I was like, oh hell no. I blocked
right.
him.
He has a problem
Mm-hmm.
with he called, and he also has a problem with calling our black women, black, white, Latino, whoever, whatever color. He doesn't have no problem with calling them the B word.
Right.
So I told Roy was messing with an older lady, and I was like, Roy, you need to chill with that. You need to chill. And that's what he did. He didn't chill, and I said, you keep on messing with certain people, and he decided that he wanted to keep on going and keep on going. Well, come to find out that Roy had some warrants out for him,
Uh-huh.
and for strong arm robbery and things of that nature.
Oh. Uh-huh.
And I looked at it as, well, you moved, you got up here, you moved to another state, and you just love to keep on calling people out of their names. Well, like I said, he decided he wanted to test me. So he
Mm-hmm.
tested me, but then, like I said, the final straw, this is what people don't realize. The reason why I didn't call the FBI on him, I called the Fugitive Task Force on him. Because I put it like this: anytime you sit up here and you want to strong arm somebody, you want to get up here and you want to mess with people's families, then the same thing should happen to you. Maybe you need to sit behind them bars for a while because you took somebody's innocence away. See, and that's the everything, but that's the thing that everybody don't know, that he had warrants out for strong arm robbery. Um, like I said, he and but the final straw that made me go overboard is when he said that he wanted to F my daughter.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, anybody knows that's my only child, and I'm gonna, like I said, and being a parent, and if anybody's a parent or a grandparent, you're definitely gonna look out for your own kids, and
Mm-hmm.
you gonna look out for the people, for the welfare of the people and your kids. Is hey, I'm looking out for me and mine's.
Not only that, I don't tell nobody how to fight. So based on the strength that y'all are beefing alone, that,
Mhm.
if he has an outstanding warrant, he should have shut up if he knew what he had out there. So
Right,
I don't fault you for doing that, but go ahead. Hmm.
right. Now, when everybody said that I got him arrested, the thing
Hmm.
about it is this: what's so funny? How can you be arrested? How can you be arrested? Not only do you go to court, but you have your camera on your phone on. Last time I checked, when you went to jail or when you went to court, you can't bring your cell phone inside of a courtroom. And he showed him being locked up also. Well, the funny thing about that, you said you was in back of the jail van, but your handcuffs was facing forward, not backward. Your hands was in front of you, not in the back of you, and you still had your phone on. So how did I do that? I didn't get him arrested for that. And thing about it, see, she keeps on saying that I got him arrested. I didn't get him arrested. He turned himself in. That's what he did.
Okay.
Now,
Either
So
way,
if he
either way
called
he was gonna be
somebody, he got
arrested.
himself arrested.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, either
You
way he
know,
was gonna be arrested. So do you
really.
think that that's why all of this is starting with you guys? Was he Wolfpack? Is that what it was?
no. But the thing about it is
Oh.
this: she was taking up for him. She was taking up for him, talking about everybody leave Roy alone. But do you know that Roy dressed in blackface for Black History
Yep,
Month?
he
Yes, I
sure
remember.
did.
Yeah.
Right
I
Hmm.
seen it, and
now,
it
Yep.
was ugly.
Right. Now for Halloween,
Hmm.
this was so funny. She took up for him for Halloween. As she was telling me, she's like, leave Roy alone. Leave Roy alone. And
Hmm.
I'm not bothering Roy, but if you want to go over there and take up for him, you go right ahead. So she called
But
herself
she
dressed.
didn't think it was anything wrong with him doing
Right.
blackface. She did a video on that too.
Yep.
I'm
Who
So
not
she
who
took
didn't
lying.
think there was who didn't think there was anything
Diva,
wrong with him doing blackface? Oh,
Diva
Diva,
okay.
told him.
Oh, okay.
Now,
he like
let's
him.
get to the good part.
Hmm.
So when they did that, she decided she wanted to dress up like him for Halloween when she had her Halloween party. Roy ends up calling up there, going on her show, cussed her out, called her every name but the child of God.
Wow.
Yeah, but yet and still, this is somebody who you want to look out for.
Hmm.
Mm.
So when I
I don't
decided,
fool with him.
right. So when I decided, like, me and her was going back and forth, but like I said, I would go in people's chat rooms like what I did tonight. And only thing I would type in is "What up, though?" That's it. And she would go ballistic. She would lose her mind. Like I said, we was on a panel. We was on another content creators panel, and it was a good show going on. And it was 9 people on the panel. It was 8 men, and it was her.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I did was come on the panel. I didn't even come on the panel. I was just in the chat room. I said, "What
Mm-hmm.
up, though?" And all of a sudden she was like, "Oh, this is a good panel going on, and I just want to say shout out to everybody and fuck the mayor of Detroit." I'm like, "Wow, okay, if that's the way you feel, then that's the way you feel." But
Y'all
Wow.
just don't like each other.
right, we just don't
Yeah,
like each
I
other.
think,
But
yeah, that's all it
Yeah,
is. Y'all
y'all
just
just
don't
don't
like
like
each
each
other.
other.
right, but when she gets up here and
But
says that,
somebody got to stop. Y'all need to
what
stop.
what is the
Both
that's
of
the whole
y'all.
thing about it. What Paulette? That's the whole thing about it. I've gone on about my business. Okay. But like I said, like I said, but when you get up here and you call me gay, you talk about my family. When you said fuck me and fuck my family, well, you said fuck my mama and fuck my family. Oh yeah. It's on. It's on. But anytime I come in somebody's chat room, we all visit everybody's chat room. The black sector and the beef sector, even though we two separate entities, you see the same people in everybody's chat room sometimes.
Yeah.
So when you see so when I'm up in there, I don't say nothing to her. I be minding my own. But when you want to get up and start calling me names, so what I decide to do, you call me Mayor Care Bear. You call me the Care Bear. Okay, then I'll take it at that. You call me the Care Bear, I'll call you a barnyard buzzard. And we leave it at that. But as far as me doxing myself, yes, I doxed myself. Yes, I did. I put my name out there. Everybody knows where I work at. Now, yes, I did put my phone number to my job out there because, like I said, I have nothing. You done got all my information out there. You done put my daughter out there. You done put my granddaughters out there. You done did everything. So, as far as you said you was gonna call my job. Well, then hold on. Let me give you the right number to call my job.
You gave her the phone number?
You
Yes,
made
I
it
gave I
too
put
easy.
everybody.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm pretty
God, the
sure.
mayor, stop it.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I gave my everybody knows my phone number to my job.
But you know that
Yeah,
she called people jobs,
yeah,
though. You knew that in the
yeah.
beginning.
And then
Because
they suspended you, right, for a week. So that's crazy.
I didn't get see that's the thing about it. I didn't get suspended. That's
Why
what
do people think you got suspended then?
I got sent home for a week with pay.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm
So
on
a week, but that still doesn't look good because you know how
No, it's
now.
not on I'm telling you right now. I'm
Uh-huh,
union. I'm union
uh-huh.
27 years for a motor company.
Okay.
So I'm on a free like I'm taking a free vacation and everybody keep on saying, "Oh, that was dumb. You should have never done that." Hey, I got me a free
Well, I'm
vacation
not
out of this,
saying you
okay?
dumb, but don't give
But do you think
nobody no
that,
bullets to shoot you with.
yeah, because my
Hello.
thought is this.
I don't mean to cut in here. Can I
Yes.
can I cut in for a second?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the mayor, I don't really know you like that. I heard you talk on here one time before when you were talking about some stuff that Dory had did to you. And you seem like a really down to earth, cool person. And then I saw you on Kimmy's panel. I believe that was yesterday. And I was completely turned off because, and this is just me, I felt like if your job told you to take a week off with paid time or whatever, it was like
Mm-hmm.
you were bragging about it and saying, "Well, she gave me a week off, and I'm getting it like a vacation." And it's like if you're saying that somebody's doing all of these things to you, why are
Mm-hmm.
you then coming on another public platform where that stuff can be recorded and then sent to your job if it's an issue? That didn't make any sense to me, and that just kind of like turned me off. It's not my
Well,
business and it
okay.
doesn't affect me, but I'm just like, why would you do that? That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, like I said before, if you decide to call my job on a public platform and I'm going to I'm like I said, I'm open book now. Like I said, I didn't open up everything. So everybody keeps on saying that um, my job is not 100% secure. Like I said, Michigan is an at will state. Okay, we
Mm-hmm.
are an at will state. But thing about it is this: when you come to forms of code of conduct or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
What they don't realize is between employees. Okay, that's the whole thing about it. It's between employees. It's not between the public. As long as I'm not saying nothing on Ford's website, as long as I'm not saying nothing on Ford's social media site, as far as dogging my job. See, I don't say you don't hear me say nothing bad about Ford Motor Company. Like I said,
Mm,
like I
you didn't
said,
say
I've been.
anything bad, but bragging about getting a week off of work over a
What can they?
situation that somebody create not or situation that happened, to me it just didn't sound good. I mean, that's just
Well,
how it sounded to me listening from the
okay,
outside.
I think because you don't want the company doesn't want their stuff to be portrayed any type of way. I understand it's union and everything, but this is any little thing that people can get on you at a job. Plus, you've been there for so long, so I'm
hmm
sure you're at max pay. People look for any time. I mean, you never know. It's just craziness going all the way around. I would have
okay,
never. So, it's just that's just me. But I mean, I see what you're saying too. But to me, there's no win in that because yes, you're getting a week off with paid or whatever, but the embarrassment of it alone is really crazy. It
okay.
just
What am I? Okay, when you say I'm embarrassing, how am I embarrassing my job?
no, not that you're
Uh,
embarrassing. I'm saying the embarrassment alone of the fact that this person called your job. I mean, I'm talking about how your
Okay,
job
the
is
thing
looking
about
at
it.
everything.
Okay, this is the thing about
Hmm.
it. See,
Hmm.
what y'all don't fail to realize is that she didn't call my plant. Ford Motor Company is a large entity.
Right,
You probably called the executive board. And when you call the
right.
executive board, the thing about it is this: Ford looks at it like this. We have a number of things going on where this is just um a grain of sand in the whole pile. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And when you get up here and you call them, and like I said, when you got up here and said I was sexually harassing you, I've never said anything in that sort of me sexually harass you. Now, if
Okay, so
anything,
she called. So she told. What did she tell them when she called? Let's get back to that. What did she tell your job when she called?
she said that
Just
I
say,
was sexually.
don't say, just say, actually, just say like harassing. Don't even say the X word. Just say
Okay,
harassing.
okay.
Okay.
She said that I was harassing her.
Mhm. Okay.
Now,
Hmm.
if anything, I've been through I've been through two harassment lawsuits. Not
Oh
me,
wow.
not me, but our plan
Hmm.
has been when I was living in Chicago when I lived in Chicago from 2010 to 2016. When I got to Chicago, they were just getting over a harassment lawsuit, and
Oh wow.
when I was leaving Chicago, they was going through a harassment lawsuit. You can look this all up. This is all public information.
Hmm.
And so one thing that I do know throughout my whole time is that I know I don't mess with I don't mess with female employees. I do not mess with female employees because when I seen that, well, like I said, a lot of these female employees, they had a right. They had the right to file these S harassment lawsuits.
Hmm.
Now, one thing now, just say if she was an employee. If she was an employee at Ford, correct? And
Hmm.
these allegations would have been brought about, I would have been put under investigation. I'd have been put under investigation, and I would have been put into a spot to where, they would say, well, take some time off and we'll get back with you until further investigation. See, that's the whole thing about it. Uh Tracy, I am not under investigation.
Okay. And whether you are or not, it just is not a good look for people to be calling your job after all these years that you've been there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know
It's
what?
just
We got
not a good look for her to be
what
doing that.
Tracy you gotta realize one thing.
Hmm.
We're going through a chip shortage. We're going through
Hmm.
we're going through a gas hike. Um we're behind. We're behind in getting products out. We are like 100,000 products behind schedule.
Hmm.
We have had numerous layoffs because we don't have the products that we need in order to build these trucks. Because as you know, Ford has got out the car market. Ford
Hmm.
is strictly dealing with nothing but SUVs, crossovers, and trucks. They do not build no more cars. So when you have a microchip that a lot of these cars need in order to run, then and they don't have the parts in order to build them, you stagnate plants.
Hmm.
And when you stagnate plants, then that means that okay, then we don't need people at the plants. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
So when I have not been approached by nobody from human resources. Human resources did call me, and they sent my case over to my union rep. So
Wow, I know I've done a lot of mess in the past, and I haven't worked for a
mm,
union, but I know when things get escalated, it is not a good sign. I mean, it's just not. And I understand that you said it's union and and everything, but this is, I mean, it just and there's nothing. I understand y'all. You did your stuff, she did her stuff, or whatever. But
right.
like, at what point? So what is she getting? Okay, so then what is she getting what does she have? That she's suing you for? What is she suing you for right now? For the S harassment? Is that what she's suing you for? Alleged?
Suing me. I never thought I was. What, I'm getting sued now?
I don't know. It's something about a case. She said something about a case, an ongoing case. So that's what I'm wondering. What is going on with this
Are you
ongoing case?
are you talking about are you talking about calling the police department and all that?
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, you can call the police department. You can call the police department all you want as far as your state goes. You were in Florida. I'm in Michigan. See, harassing would be coming on your panel, calling your show, doing things like that. That would be considered harassment. I'm not harassing you I'm not even subscribed to you. But what was so funny is that you always seem to find out what I'm doing. You always seem to find out what I'm saying. I don't say anything to this woman. But when you decide that you want to come after me, I'm going to come after you too. And that's the thing about it. Y'all see, you keep on saying you think they're investigating me. They have to let you know that you're under investigation. That's what y'all don't seem to realize. They have to let you know if you're under investigation. They can't get up here and say, well, take the week off. They would have to say, well, take the week off because you're under investigation.
You never know. These people are crazy, really. You never know. The mayor, people, they do their own rules. They have their own little hiding techniques within companies. You never know what they're doing. I'm
Well,
just saying, don't underestimate them, because everybody needs their job, and you've been there for too long to have to start over because it's a YouTube mess. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
I mean, it's sad that it had to come to this. It's really, it's
well,
just sad. I'm like, dang. But
well, you,
don't. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
well, I can understand, you saying what you're saying, and everybody is welcome to their own opinion as far as how they feel about me, but you gotta realize this much right now. When
And it's not
you
have nothing to do with, because I like you. It has nothing to do with how I feel
right,
about you. But the thing is just that the facts is the facts. And I'm like, this does not look good. I'm like, it just don't look good. I don't see it ending well at all, and from what I see.
well, like I said, when you decided, see that this is the thing about it. When you get up here and you can't take a roasting, you can't take a roasting because and then you decided that you want to take it above and beyond YouTube. I kept this strict. Like I said, I kept it strictly YouTube. Now, see,
Mhm.
no one is not saying, "Oh, well, damn, you call City Hall. You said that he was impersonating a city official, which is a felony. You could have had people come to my house. You could have had people come to my house. Saying that I was looking for financial gain or and everybody knows that Mayor Mike Duggan is is white. He was running for his third term in office, and he won. But it is what it is. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if everybody decide, if you decide that you want to be against me or anything like that, hey, that's cool. That is cool. I can't make you like me, and no, I'm not going to try to make you like me. But the thing about it is this: I'm going to do what I want to do. whether it's good, bad, or indifference. Y'all can feel however you want to about me. It's all good.
But
No,
see, like I said, it's
I
not
don't
about
feel
people
nowhere about
liking
it. I just
anybody.
don't want. I would hate, we just don't want to see you lose your job.
Exactly.
That's just it. Period. We don't have a dog in the fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And
But I don't
when you
like
get
that your job was called.
right,
But I don't have anything to do with it. But we just trying to
Mhm.
just give you other avenues to look at.
right. But like I said, at that
And
time,
we're not,
but you
it's not like we don't like you and we like her more than you. We don't know you guys.
It's not about that. Yeah, it's not
If
about
I
that.
had
It's
a
just about,
if I had a job at Burger King, I wouldn't be on here acting a fool. And I'm not saying you were acting a fool, but if your job gave you some time off, just imagine how they may feel if they hear you on a page saying, well, good thing she did it. Like knowing you, if you care about your job, you should just seem a little concerned and kind of put that drama on the internet to the side. It wasn't a good look. I'm just being
well,
honest with you.
you okay, and like I said,
That's just
and you
my
can
opinion,
right.
respectfully.
Okay, and I respect your opinion respectfully. I do. Well, like I said before, you gotta look like this. Um, when if I had a job at McDonald's, or if I had a job that didn't have that was union protected or union backed, do you think I would have done something like that? No, I wouldn't have. But the
Yeah,
thing
but
about
we're living in a time right now where I can't speak for anybody else, but I just feel like we're living in uncertain a world right now where nothing is guaranteed for us. I just wouldn't be playing with it like that.
And that's the thing about it. I'm not laid off, and that's the thing about it. I have you in order for you to be laid off. Now let me give you a little bit of information as far as how the plant goes. Unless you are having a mass layoff, like right now, we are having temporary layoffs. Right, the department that I work in, I have the highest seniority. I never choose a layoff because we had a layoff at the beginning of February. Do you know they just brought everybody back this week? They brought
okay. Do
everybody.
you know
Huh?
something, the mayor? Do you know what can happen? Because they're having a layoff, do you know that they could lay you off saying that they don't need your job, they're phasing your job out or anything because of this particular reason? And
Well,
that's what
guess
they'll
what?
do. They will
Guess what,
pretend,
Kimmy?
hold on. And you
Hmm.
will still get benefits. You will still get benefits and everything. And I understand what you're saying. But the fact is that they can have any reason to say that they're doing it just because they're laying people off because of the chip shortage or whatever. They could
Hmm.
use that to lay you off. And you don't want to put them in any situation where they can do that. And
Well,
that
if
could
I
be
get
the way
laid
out.
off,
So
Kimmy,
that's
I'm
why I'm
getting laid
saying you
off.
don't.
Kimmy, if I
Uh-huh.
get laid off, I'm getting
Tracy.
laid off with. I'm getting laid off with. I mean, I'm sorry, Tracy. If I'm getting laid off, I'm getting laid off with pay. That's the
Okay.
whole thing. That's the
Okay.
whole thing.
Okay.
And see, that's the
So,
thing about it. Y'all, just because I came back and did what I did, like I said before, I'm not saying that I'm not untouchable. All right, anybody's touchable.
mhm.
And like I said, and I stand on my square, and I take full responsibility for any of my actions in which I've done. Okay, I'm not no,
Mhm.
I'm not going around, and I'm not saying that I'm the victim either, because when I got up here and got on YouTube, I didn't realize that it was going to go this far. Now,
Mhm.
if I want to be mad about it, I could have came up here and ran my own spiel. I could have been I could have made try to make people feel sorry for me, or anything like that, asking for donations. But you know what? I don't do none of that. I don't even ask for donations. I like to say, even when
Mhm.
I do my own little shows, as far as showing my merchandise or anything like that, I don't ask for any donations. I go off my own. I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying that I take full responsibility for my actions. That's the thing about it.
Right. Right.
And like
Okay.
you
So
said,
you. Mhm.
like I said, one thing you gotta realize, my pension is intact. Okay, my
I hear what
pension.
you're saying, and I'm wondering if you're saying this because you don't want to give. I mean, is nobody saying who won or who didn't? That's not the thing. Okay, but I'm wondering if you don't want to give Diva the satisfaction of knowing yes, you had an impact on anything. But the fact is, even though you're still getting paid, it's just not a good look to know that she had everything given to her. that she used and called on you. And now the repercussions of it is you're off with pay for a week. That's not a good, to me, that's not a win-win for anybody really. But if you're thinking about
Okay,
it, it's like,
it wouldn't have been a win-win if I would have got time off with no pay under
no, it's,
investigation.
so do you think that
Under
you run?
investigation. Under investigation, and this
Uh-huh.
would have been and this would have been in my file. I like I said, when they say
Do you know,
poor,
even though they say it's not in your file, you do know that it's still in there, right?
oh, you had to show it to me. That's the
Okay,
whole
because
thing.
I mean, you can't be not really, because there's a paper trail on everything. They can say it's not in your file, but it is. What they're saying is they potentially can't hold it against you, but however, it is still in your file. Trust. It's still these
Uh,
jobs. I mean, I know you want to believe that because I've had plenty of corporate jobs where I know they can say, oh well, this is not going to count against anything, but somehow in there, in the paperwork, it says we talked to so and so because of so and so. Now the case may be closed and it's not in your file from what they're going to tell you, but it is in there as far as what's happened and what's occurred.
okay,
It
so
has to be in there,
let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Paul. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. So,
Tracy. Mm-hmm.
Tracy, so
Mm-hmm.
when you get up here and you called my job and you said I was harassing you,
Uh-huh.
okay, for one, they would have referred you to the harassment hotline.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing they would have said is, "Are you an employee of Ford Motor Company?"
Right.
Okay, no. Um, is this man doing anything during working hours? No. Is this man
Right.
showing off? Is this man showing? And this is what I'm trying to get at. Is this man showing off trade secrets of Ford Motor Company? No. Is this man using company Wi-Fi? And you have to have a password for the company Wi-Fi. Is he using company Wi-Fi? No. Is he using his video camera? Is he using his video camera to show the inside of the plant or any operations of which job is going on? No.
Yeah.
So think about it. If I'm not doing any of that, if I'm not doing any of that, then how am I breaking Ford's ethics and protocol? See, if you want to talk about, you want to hold me, if you want to hold me accountable as far as being a Ford, as far as being an employee, then that means that any other employer out here can hold you accountable for doing things off the clock. See, when I had a friend, I got a friend that works at another plant in the complex that I work at. They like to go on IG and they're showing how the F-150 is being made. That's giving away company trade secrets. And
Yeah,
you're
that
on
is.
and
Yeah,
you're
that's obviously that. Yeah.
okay, and that's doing company, and you're doing it during company time, during company hours, and you're showing company trade secrets. That's three strikes against you, and you're doing it, and you're doing it while you're on the clock. See, you done broke four major penalties as far as the plant goes. Now
But
I've
listen,
told
it's an
her,
at okay, but listen, it's an at-will state though, and because they're laying people off, you seriously think that they may not just say, okay, well, you know what, we're laying people off anyways. I've had it done where people were laying people off, okay, at this one job I was at. And
mm-hmm,
and we were doing our jobs and our numbers were correct, but because of the
mm-hmm,
situation happened with this other girl, okay, they laid us off. They didn't have to lay us off. We were the only ones they laid off in that area because they didn't want any backlash on anything. That's what happens. These companies will cover up just and say that they're laying you off because they're laying people off anyways, but they're really not. It's weird. And
so
I don't know
mm,
if it's different because you have that, you have the protection of being in the union. I don't know, but I'm just saying you don't want to underestimate people. You just don't,
well,
you
I
know?
put it like this.
Mhm.
I can see that if I can see that if I was the aggressor in the whole situation, correct?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
the thing about it is this: they have got, and the reason why, and the reason why I'm, the reason why I can sit back and chill and not worry about this is because, for one, I have given them more than enough substantial evidence to show her actions. You know what I'm saying? I could see if I was doing all this and she wasn't doing nothing back. You know what I'm saying?
But they're not going to care. Your employer's not going to care about
No,
all that.
yes they do care, because see, you're getting rid of me unjustly, because I can see if I was the aggressor in the whole thing.
But the mayor, listen, if you're causing them to do extra legwork, okay, why would they go up to bat for you? Hold on, why would they go up to bat for you? Because you're
Do
out
my
here
job.
on YouTube. Hold on, listen, you're out here on YouTube. Everybody is replaceable. This is their thing. Everybody's replaceable, but they have a valid reason. They can say, okay, we're just laying you off because they're already laying off anyways. That's even more of a reason for you to be concerned, I would think. I'm just saying, that's even more of a reason, something for you to think about. You can't think like nobody's job is secure. Nobody's job is secure ever. And it took me a long time to realize that people can replace people very easily. And some people used to always say, oh no, because I've been here and I've done this and they know I'm a reliable person. They don't care. If they can get somebody, they know that they can replace you, period. That's it. They'll train the person, replace you, period. That's it. That's all I'm saying. And for I don't know how long you've been giving your information out, but that is crazy. I mean, it's just wild to me. And then now that this has happened, it's like, whoa. I mean, I'm not going to say, I personally, I don't know, who would have called somebody's job or whatever, and y'all's extent of beefing or whatever, because I don't tell people what they should do and what they shouldn't do. But the fact is that this is just all crazy. I'm like, why? All of this is just really crazy. And you've yet to tell me like what you've done to her, as far as what's going on, what you've done to her, what y'all done back and forth, other than the fact that you got Roy arrested or whatever, and she was like,
Roy arrested. Roy got his own. No, Roy turned. That's the thing about it. I never got Roy arrested, Tracy. Roy turned his own self in. That's what y'all don't seem to realize.
Well, you brought it up, so that's why I thought you called on him or whatever. So you didn't call on him. He got himself arrested. Okay. Because you brought it up. So that's what it was like.
Now, Tracy, you was up here, Tracy. In fact, this was on your show when Dory accused me of doxing Diva, right?
Yeah.
And I said, well, show me some evidence where I doxed her. I never doxed her.
Okay.
I never doxed her. Like I said, as far as this going back and forth, we just went back and forth on YouTube, and that's it. I never caught, like I said, I don't know where she works at. I never did anything. I never did anything outside of YouTube as far as her. And see, that's the thing about it. You talking about they will let my ass go? Yeah, you said they will let my ass go, but guess what? They'll let my ass go with full benefits, with full pension, and I can go on. That's the thing about it. That's the whole thing about it. You can't get up here. You can't get up here and terminate me for something that I did while I was not on the clock. That wasn't detrimental to Ford's policy. Like I said, and I have stuff going against her also. Like I said, I got plenty of screenshots. I had plenty of videos to show how the way she has been the aggressor. So now what they'll tell me, if it was two employees, right? If it was two employees, they'll do either one or two things. They'll tell both of us to stay away from another. They'll put us on different shifts.
But it's not two employees. I get what you're saying. It's not two employees. Right. I understand that.
It's not two employees. That's what I wish y'all would realize that it's two. Like I say, you got somebody from the outside looking in.
It doesn't matter. So you think you have an advantage because you're already in there? Is that what you're saying?
I have an advantage because she's an outsider looking in, and she doesn't know the ins and outs of the microcosms as far as how Ford Motor Company works. That's what I'm trying to say.
But that's not even here nor there, because it's worse because she's on the outside. It's worse. Do you not get it? Because they don't want none of that. She's saying that you actually harassed her. Okay. It's not a good thing coming from the outside at all. Now you're talking about what would happen on the inside if two people were on the inside. No one's thinking about that. That's an easy cover up. They could cover that up. Somebody from the outside that's causing all these problems, that's saying that somebody on the inside is doing something. They want to keep that hush hush. They want to get rid of it. That's why they put you off for a week, probably with pay, because of the fact that this is a major thing. It's not like, oh, it's just whitewashed under the carpet or nothing. It's like a major thing to them. And I see what you're saying, but it's not to your advantage at all, is what I'm saying.
You,
It
you
doesn't seem
really,
like it's to your
you
advantage.
really, you really think that this right here is something that they're gonna be worrying about right about now?
Okay, well, I'm just listening to you. You tell me.
Okay,
So you're saying they're not going to worry about it? Okay.
like I said, you don't see me, you don't see me coming up here hooping and hollering at her. Like I said, um, you're gonna follow a report on me from a different state when if the different state contacts me, I have plenty of evidence to show which she has done the same in return. So I'm going to I'm going to sit. I'm just like I said, I'm just going to sit back. I'm just going to sit back and ride it out. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I'm going to
It's
do.
yeah. So what is your family saying about this? Have you talked to them about it?
What's my Lord? Like as far as who?
I don't know. I don't know if you have a wife or kids or whatever, but have you told
No,
anybody else
no,
about it? Any
no,
family member?
no, no. I'm
No.
like I said,
Mhm.
I'm single. My daughter's grown. She's living her life. Like I said, but I don't involve my kids in my I don't
Right.
involve my daughter. I don't involve my daughter as far as my social media goes. Just like she doesn't involve me in her social media. You know, like I said, there's just some things that people don't need to know. And like I said, I don't involve my family in this. I don't put none of my family in this. My family doesn't need to know what I'm doing.
Okay. Got you. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
everybody in my family is grown.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
I'm just in shock. I'm in shock because it's a shame that you've invested all that time into, it's just this is serious with YouTube. I'm so serious. Like nobody that I've known can maintain having a job and being on YouTube because there's somebody that's always going to try and get them fired for whatever reason. I've seen it happen time and time again. There's not one time it's worked out where somebody's just working and they can stay on and that's it. The only person I know of so far that's working and still doing YouTube is Victim On. That's it. So, and that's the only person I've known that's able to maintain working and doing YouTube because people would try and get you fired.
exactly. So, Sinister Star, you made a perfect point right there, and that's what I'm trying to say. He made a perfect point right there. Like I said,
Okay,
and like I said,
gotcha.
you had to realize one thing. You have to
Mm-hmm.
go through in order for them to terminate me. You have to go through a series of steps, and the series of steps will be this. Um, written. Okay, let me give you a breakdown as far as them terminating you from Ford Motor Company. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let me show you the breakdown. Written warning, day off. Written warning, 3 days off. Written warning, a week off. Written warning, 2 weeks off. Written warning, 30 days off.
Oh,
And
got you. Okay.
okay,
Okay.
after that is termination. Now,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
with these written warning and these days off, you don't get paid for that. So I didn't get a written warning. That's what y'all don't seem to understand. I didn't get a written warning. I'm not under investigation because if I was under investigation, my union rep would have to tell me by law that I am an investigation. The company by law has to tell you that you are under investigation. Only thing they said was, and the thing about it is that you didn't even give. See, when I had to face my accusers, the thing about it is that she didn't even give her name. That's the whole thing about it. So so I'm gonna go by an anonymous person saying, "Oh, we got we got a complaint from an anonymous individual that says that you're doing this and doing that." The first thing the union is going to ask is, "What is this person's name?" Because I had the fair right to face my accuser. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So if
Yeah.
I'm going to face my accuser, if the accuser doesn't use the real name, okay, let me put it like this way: when she called the mayor of Detroit on me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what name that she used when she called the mayor of Detroit?
What name?
Lottie Dottie.
Oh God.
So you give okay. So if you give the name of Lottie Dottie when you call the mayor of Detroit, you think the city is going to pay you think that the city is going to pay attention to her?
Child, it's a mess. It's just a mess. It's just a mess because I'm trying to figure out like where does this end? Like, is it going to keep happening? Is now that people know the process, but you just never know. Okay, I understand that's protocol, but when you're dealing with people and companies that are laying people off, that will bypass. Don't you think it bypassed all of the rules when we got laid off at that one job because that incident happened?
Okay,
There was
what
no
incident
protocol
happened
at
at
that
your
time.
job? What did the person do at your job in order to get laid off?
Okay, this woman, she stole this lady's car. She stole her purse. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then she stole her purse and she was bragging about it. And we were like, oh my God, that's wrong or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then this girl, she went up there and I had told the lady there, we had nothing to do with it, but because I knew the girl, guilt by association, they was like, we're gonna get rid of the whole crew. But I told the lady, I said, the manager, I was like, she was bragging about stealing this woman's purse. And that woman had all kind of gift cards and everything. It was around the holidays. She stole her
Mm-hmm.
gift cards, she stole her keys. She went to her house and drove her car out of the driveway because she had her keys in her purse and drove her car out of the driveway and stole the woman's car and was riding around town like it was her car. We went to the club. This girl was driving a woman's stolen car. I'm like, what the hell?
Okay,
It was crazy.
did that woman go to jail?
No, not for that.
Okay,
Years later, she
so
did.
so let me get something straight. So you saying that an employee of yours stolen another employee's personal belongings, correct?
Right, and we got late. We didn't have nothing to do with it. We told, and
Okay,
I guess they wanted to just remove everybody from that situation that was even that knew anything about it. We got laid off, and we didn't even do nothing. I mean, our numbers were good and everything. We didn't do nothing. But the fact is that these companies can put it off and say we're just laying people off. That's what they said. See, this is why I know they can cover stuff up. We're just laying people off because it's slow about now. We're just laying. No, that wasn't it. We got laid off due to that reason. That reason that they didn't want nobody around that was associated with that girl. I didn't even know that girl from a can of paint. Just knew her
okay.
from the job we sat together at the job.
Is
That's
that
it.
what they told? Is that what they told you?
Yeah. That it
Okay.
was just slow. It was just slow, and they really didn't. That's what I'm telling you. These companies will cover up because
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to pay unemployment. They don't want to pay you these extra things. They will lie. They are not honest. And because you've been there for so long, you probably think that they are, but they're not. That's what I'm telling you. But just be careful because they don't have to. At that point, protocol goes out the window as far as what normally happens. When they're going to lay you off and they have viable reasons to lay you off, and not even all they have to say, that's the reason alone is, oh, well, we cutting back and we chose to cut this person back. This is why when you have companies where people have taken a lot of leave, I worked at United Healthcare Dental. There was a lot of people getting laid off. The ones that were taking leave a lot, they were taking leave. They were on medical disability or whatever. Those were the ones they were laying off the most. So any reason, and they can't say, "Oh, we're laying you off because you're sick a lot or you're out on your paid leave that you get." No, they didn't take that under consideration. They're just like, "Oh well," they know in the back of their mind that this person is costing them money and they're not on the job producing, so therefore you got laid off when the layoffs came. That's how it is. So,
Okay.
but I'm just saying. But I'm
Was your
just telling
job
you. But
union?
hopefully that won't happen to you. But I'm just saying that it's a serious thing. I'm thinking.
Tracy, Is your
Mhm.
job was the job you on, was it union?
No, and it wasn't union. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying. So
that's the reason
union
why.
may be different, Mayor. But if it's not, Mayor, do you want to take that chance? That's what I'm saying. You may want to.
Okay,
I don't know.
Tracy, if it wasn't union, if it wasn't union, I
Hmm.
wouldn't be doing all of this.
Okay.
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 If like I said,
Yeah.
if I didn't have the time that I had on my job, I wouldn't be doing this. But like I said before, I'm not gonna sit up here and back down from you. Like I said, if you want to go and call, go ahead and call. But like I said before, don't get mad when the repercussions come back at you. Like I said, how can anybody take anybody seriously that calls that calls a public official's um the like I said, you call City Hall, you call the mayor of Detroit. How can anybody take anybody seriously that gives the name Lottie Dottie?
I hear you.
How can so you get up here and now your next move is that you decide that you want to call my job. Like I said, like I said, if you're with the union and they said, well, this is what we're going to do. I already told you the protocols and the steps in which they go through, right? So the next step is this. Okay, if you want to get rid of me, I can sue you. I can sue
Okay.
I can sue you for that. So
Yeah.
if you're going, so in other words, they said, well, you know what, we're just going to cut our ties. We're going to graduate you. We're going to graduate you to your 30 years. You can walk out with full benefits, full pay, and we're done. Okay, then we can do that. But they're not going to go that route because it's not that serious. That's what I keep on trying to say. I can see if I was up here, I can see if I was going around here just harassing people, or anything. Now the thing that would now said, now if we all worked, like I said, if this was two employees, okay, let's get this one. If there was two employees, they would either, me having the seniority, I would either have the choice of going to another plant. They would separate us. They would separate us by either putting us on different shifts, and if that person they'll feel comfortable, then they'll move somebody to a different plant. We had a woman like that. When I was in Chicago, she worked at Chicago. She worked at Chicago Assembly. I worked at Chicago Stamping. Right now,
Uh-huh.
she was getting harassed so much that they end up moving her from Chicago Assembly to Chicago Stamping. And when she got to Chicago Stamping, guess what she started doing? She started it all up again. As far as the harassment phase goes. When that lawsuit was over, she was the first one on the books that they were trying to get rid of. Now you gotta realize this much: when you settle a lawsuit, with any major employer, they're going to say, well, when you sign this paperwork, you have severed all ties with this job. You're not going to stay
Mhm.
on this job. We're going to give you this money and you can go on about your way and we can go on about our way. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when you think that you're going to get up here and get rid of me or to terminate me for something that's not detrimental to Ford Motor Company, then what you gonna get rid of me for? You're gonna fall. You're going to fire me for allegations for a no name person. That's the whole thing about it. This person never gave their name. That's what y'all
So
don't.
she,
That's what y'all feel.
so okay, so she reported this anonymously right now?
She she reported this anonymously. They was like, okay, well,
Okay.
you know, if we need to know your name, because the thing about it is they said, well, we gotta complain on you. We gotta complain on you, Mr. Boyer. Everybody knows my name. We gotta complain on you, Mr. Boyer. Okay, from who? An anonymous person. Okay, from where? Um, from social media. I'm not even. That's the whole thing about it. I'm not even subscribed to none of Ford's social media sites. I'm not on Ford's YouTube. I'm not on Ford's. I'm not on our Facebook group. I'm not on our. Ford has two different Facebook groups. They have their main Facebook group, and then you have your plant Facebook group. I'm not even subscribed to neither one of them
Okay.
because if I was on either one of their Facebook groups and say that I said anything bad about Ford, that's where Ford's social media presence come in at. If I was on there saying something bad about, you know, the product, or I'm sitting here and I'm complaining and I'm dogging out supervisors, I'm dogging out managers, I'm dogging, they can like, okay, you know what? We need for you to come in our office right quick. We need to have a talk about you as far as what you're doing on social media. What I do on my time when I'm off the clock, I'm doing on my time. You don't see me say anything. You don't see. You can look throughout all of my YouTube career, and I have never said anything bad about my job. Like I said, like I said, I can make six figures a year if I want to at my job.
Yeah, I hear you. Wow. So what are you, okay, so what is okay, so the end of that is that you come back after a week and then what else happens? What else
Nothing,
is going to happen?
nothing. We
Nothing?
just go. We go back. we we go. I go back to my job. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I go back to
Well,
my I go back to my job. When you're a person who decides that if you want to go that far and you want to, and then if you decided, and you decide that you want to if she decided she wants to get a lawyer and take it that far, then hey, you got to realize one thing. If you go at the Ford Motor Company's gonna stall you out because
wow.
because you gotta look at it this. I'm not the one who's sitting up here. I can, like I said, I can see if I was doing everything and she wasn't doing nothing at all. But
Mm-hmm.
they have. I've shown my union rep. I've shown my union rep not only screenshots. I've shown my union rep the recordings. I've shown my union rep a whole lot of things in which she has done. And then they was like, hold on. So you telling us that this is something off of YouTube? They was like, man, you know what? They like, dog, you know what? This man is stressed. This man is stressed out. Go ahead, take the rest of the week off with pay. We're going to look and just enjoy yourself. Just enjoy yourself. All right. Just enjoy your week off. And that's what I did.
Wow. Well, yeah. I mean, it's a lot going on. It really is. I'm just like, that's crazy. It's just that's just. I mean, it's just unheard of. I mean, it's just a shame because when you were putting it out there, I was like, why are you putting your place? So did you want to take a did you want to take a little vacation?
Yeah, I
Is that
took
what
a
it was? Because I think you
yes,
just want to take a vacation.
yes, I took a vacation. That's what I did. That's what y'all don't
Dang.
understand. I took a vacation. I took a vacation with pay.
Wow. Okay. So what next though? Are you done? Okay, so are you and Diva done with I mean, I don't know, but are y'all done with going back and forth or will it continue on?
That's the thing about it. I'm not going back and forth with that barnyard buzzard. You don't get it.
Okay. Wow.
If she's a lawyer, can she represent herself? She can represent herself, but like I said, but who are you going to sue? Are you going to sue me or are you going to sue Ford Motor Company? Now you gotta realize one thing, Ford, like I said, Ford Ford got up some bulldogs. They got some pit bulls. They can stall you out. Oh my
Ooh,
god.
child. It's a lot going on. What do y'all does Paulette or Shelly, what do y'all have to say? Do y'all have any questions or anything? I'm pretty much done with my questions on that and comments
Yeah.
on that. I just found it interesting. I was like, wow, what is going on?
Yeah, it's a lot. Like I said, I wouldn't play with it regardless of whatever, That's just me though. But I hope everything works out well for all parties involved. You know what I mean? Because at
Yes.
the end of the day, I don't want to see anybody out of a job. I don't want to see anybody, you know, dealing with stuff with their livelihood. It's nothing to be
Yeah.
playing with.
Let's see. Let's see that's one thing. I don't like I said. I don't go after people's livelihoods. That's one thing I don't do. No matter how mad I get with you, but but when I was taking up, this the whole part. When I was taking up for the sisters over there in the black sector and some of the sisters over in the black sectors, as far as when I say the sisters, I'm not talking about our black sisters. I'm talking about all of our sisters, white, black, brown, whatever. And when you take up form, everybody wants to get up here and call you a simp. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hmm.
So um but then when you decide that you're going to snap and you go back after some of the sisters who come after you, then you're wrong. You're crying. Oh, he's going from panel to panel doing this and doing that. Well, like I said before, if I can go from panel to panel to give out my story, especially if I'm being accused of something, then I don't consider that complaining or whining or crying. I'm just trying to, like I said, I'm just trying to prove a point, and I'm trying to get my truth out.
Yeah. Well, I know when you were dealing with this stuff with Dory,
Right.
the way how you handled that, to me, it was completely different. Because I was like, okay, I don't know, it was just a whole different,
Well,
energy and stuff, the way you
well,
dealt
you
with
do
that.
know, you do know that Dory said that and this the part that got me is when she got up there and said that she was gonna have Big Meech and the Black Mafia family come pay me a visit.
Oh God.
She ain't gonna do nothing.
And you know what? I thought that he was the one that I was talking about that was executed was Tookie. Remember Tookie? He was executed in
Yeah.
2020, 2021. That's who I thought. That's when I was saying, oh yeah, he was executed, but not Meech. Now Dory's nuts because she's already been. They already popped her. Saying, one of the Masons guys popped her, saying that she did not know no Meech, and he had already confirmed. And I was like, girl, and she didn't say nothing else about that. So she's the most lyingest person I've ever known in my life. She just lies so much. It's ridiculous, you know.
And
Mm-hmm.
that right there, and like I said, and by and think about it, and Big Meech is still incarcerated.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Now, do she realize that when you came out with a threat like that, you do realize that I could have called DOC and and filed a report, but for what? I don't, like I said, I don't know Big Meech. I knew that Big Meech was from Detroit. I knew that BMF wasn't started here in Detroit, but I knew that this was a matter in which they don't want to get themselves tied up into. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna get up here, you got up here and you implicated one of the biggest, and they're still around. They are still around. They're just not out here. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
and that's what Dory messed up again. So um now you want to involve BMF and Big Meech. So I decided that, okay, I'm going to talk to some of these other people. And they came back, and like I said, and I got information back that they don't know no Dory. They don't know no Rowley. They don't know none of them. But for the simple fact that you got up here and put your people, you got up here and you implicated them in a situation in which they're trying to keep a low profile, and you're trying to bring, and what you did right there is that you done brought light onto something that's been sitting in the darkness for years.
I thought I was on mute. Y'all didn't hear that, did you, Tracy?
Nuh-uh. No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
They shooting
are you
outside.
talking about the shooting? I
Oh
heard
my
You
it.
heard the
God.
shooting?
I heard the shooting.
I thought I was on
Really?
mute. Yeah, they was
Yeah, I
Oh
shooting
heard the
outside. I was
shooting.
like, oh Lord. I thought I was on mute, child. Let me hit this mute button. Child,
That
they out
is
here
crazy. Shells, why are you so calm about that? Oh no.
shooting.
Child, I cannot. Child, that's a lot going on. But anyway, so I'm glad that you're not worried about it then, DeMay. I'm glad you're not losing no money then. I mean, it's just a lot going on. I'm just taking it all in. I like people that other people don't like. People know that already. I'm just here to report on stuff. And
Right.
that's why I was trying to get you to understand. And I understand where you're coming from because I don't know how union works, but I can just tell you how the real world works because I've always had two jobs. I've always done hair and worked in corporate. So I know that it's a lot that goes on. It's a lot that it entails. And I'm like, wow, it's just, it really is. And hopefully, that will just be the end of it, but I'm surprised that nobody's ever called since you would put your information out. Nobody's ever called before, you know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
and started, to go
Like
in
I
on
said,
that.
like I said, I know. I didn't come over to the beef sector for this. Like I said, I came over to the beef sector because I see there was some good people. There was some good building. And one thing that I noticed, there is a big difference between the beef sector and the black sector. And
What's the difference? What do you think the difference is?
the difference that I've seen with the beef sector and the black sector is this: the beef sector is worried about their money.
Yeah, we have to get coin. Yeah, you have to get paid.
Right.
That's,
If
yeah. Uh-huh.
if it don't make a dollar, it don't make sense.
No, not
That's
necessarily. I mean, we don't do, see something, some people will do anything for a coin. I
right.
won't. I'm like, I have to get paid for my work because
Right.
it's
Tracy, you
my
got
income.
somebody backstage that keeps saying that they're backstage.
Where? I don't see him.
Put
Sinister
your
Salt.
banner up though. Yeah, because I don't know who that person
Okay,
is.
here we
Put your
go.
banner
Okay,
up.
Sinister Salt. Hold on. Sinister Salt's here. Okay, Sinister. Hold on, babes. Here we go. Hey, Sinister
Yes,
Salt. How you doing,
it's
baby?
me. I'm not a porn bomber. I'm not a porn bomber.
Oh, it's okay. How you doing, babe? So what's up? What's going on, boo?
Hey, what's going on? Basically, just having to do with you know something that has to do with the mayor situation. And he's right. There's some differences between the beef sector and the black sector. Like some very dark differences. Like people call like okay, him having his job called. Believe it or not, that's like a normal thing that happens here. Like one dude, they called his job. He got fired. They ended up finding his mom's number, called her at 3 o'clock in the morning, told her that he was dead. People have sent police to my house twice. People have
Oh,
had
see, that
police
happens here
around.
too. See, that happens here too. That's what I'm saying. It's not too much of a difference between sectors. It's happened here. People have done
Yeah.
that. People call people, got people arrested. That happened too. I remember with VS and them, that happened. So all of that has been happening. There's really no difference to me. I mean, I'm not shocked by anything
Yeah,
at
it's
all.
just, it sucks that it comes to that though, but it's like, I heard somebody say recently you can't determine how you can't determine someone else's reaction, like how they react to whatever it is you said to them and did. But I don't know, I believe that the punishment should fit the crime. It's like, okay, if somebody does something to you, that don't mean you gotta just outright call their job at that point. It's like, okay, did what they say really hurt you that bad? Like, did you lose sleep over this shit? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What
Yeah.
do you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, child, that's a lot. It's really it's that's what I'm saying. It should be levels, but see, everybody don't have levels. I guess people like for me, I never did nothing to ZX. I had just was barely, I just roasted him one good time or whatever, and he couldn't take it, and he went and doxed me, and I'm like, what the hell? Like it was weird, just out of
Oh,
nowhere.
oh, 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 yeah, yeah. First time me and him ever spoke to each other, he said he was gonna put a bullet in my head. So I know exactly where you coming at when it comes to
It's
that dude.
weird.
I don't know what his, I don't, yeah. Apparently he wants to be considered the the patriarchy of whatever sector he's in. You need to treat him with a certain level of respect. If you don't, then he's gonna completely disrespect you no matter what it is. He wants to feel like he's the smartest man in the room. When you prove to him that he's not, then it's time to dox you. It's time to give your information to your enemies so they could dox you and he could just sit back and laugh. Like it's it's psychotic. The
Yeah.
things a lot of these people do. People don't put Craigslist ads in other people's names and have hundreds of motherfuckers show up to their house in a single day.
I seen that. Oh
Pizzas.
my God, that no,
Yeah.
that was okay. That was the prank about the car or whatever with Tyra or something like that. Yeah, with his car.
No,
Oh,
no,
that
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 was
was just one of them.
we talked about the free. We was talking about when they sat there and they put a Craigslist ad out saying, "Come get your free
Numerous.
PlayStation."
Yeah.
Oh
They
my
said,
God.
yeah,
Who did
free
that? That's
PlayStation.
crazy. That's
Who knows
crazy.
who did it? Because people have done numerous things. When COVID first hit, somebody even emailed me about the Craigslist ad they was gonna put on them, talking about free sanitizer, free toilet paper, all type of shit. Had people show up to his house. Then numerous pizzas have been delivered to people's homes with a fucking 2 liter of Diet Coke, and it's just a lot of this shit is just really psychotic. Like there's some really sick
Mhm.
people in our sector, and really what it is it's like the Stanley Milgram experiment. You put somebody in a situation where they're completely safe and there are no consequences to their actions. That goes for
Mhm.
anybody. They're going to do what it is that, the darker part of them has been wanting to do to people, but it's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Now,
like a dark
Yeah.
little outlet for people.
now the one thing,
Wow.
the one thing that I don't go for, I don't go for that swatting. I do not go for the swatting because when I seen that when they called the SWAT team, and I don't know if you know about this one guy named Kong King.
I heard of them. Uh-huh.
When they swatted his house. This was at the time when all this black when a lot of the BLM was at its high point, and there was a lot of tension going on around here,
Mhm.
and they called him outside. Well, when he came outside, he was live. This was the part that
Yeah,
this was the part I didn't understand. He was live, and I can understand you want to film everything that's going on.
yeah.
But when he came
Mhm.
outside of his apartment building, it was dark as I don't know what.
Hmm.
Mhm.
You had two black objects in your hand,
Cell phone.
cell phones.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
You don't know. You could have had a hot shot cop. You could have had anybody who could have mistaken those for a weapon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they end up tackling him. They end up tackling him, and and he got arrested. And I'm like,
Oh my
dude,
God.
why would
yeah.
and like I said, and I'm glad that nothing happened. But like I said, when we're talking about the seriousness of this, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
All because all because you
You
don't,
fucked
all
with the wrong
because you don't
people.
like what somebody said to you, all because that you can't take somebody roasting you. Like I said, I'll tell you, I've been dogged, I've been roasted, and you know what I do? I'm gonna come right back at you.
Yeah.
But if you can't take that, then you need to step back and go somewhere else. Then you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Now,
my thing is this: a lot of people are not over here because they like to roast and gag, and I've said
mhm,
that. Some people have truly been bullied all their lives or whatever, so they on the brink and they go off. Some people have PTSD, like Deirdre, Dee Loop Loop. She's insane. If you do one thing to her, she's fixated on you. She don't stop for life. I mean, she may have to be hauled off in a 5150, who knows? But it's like people do the craziest stuff, and so you don't know what people's triggers are. So we would think that, oh yeah, this is the extreme, but to them, it's not. And so for that reason, that's why I'm saying people should not underestimate people, because that's why I say I have the philosophy you don't tell people how to respond, because people can
right,
respond whichever way they want to. We can say,
right.
oh, it's sad that they did this and that, but they had a right to, because people should leave people alone if they don't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? If they know they have something to lose, leave people alone.
Well,
Right.
what's crazy about what the mayor said was, because there was a few, not even to name any names, but me and Mayor know who they are. There was a couple people who said that it was the mayor who had Con King swatted, but I can tell you for an absolute fact that it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
him. But people tried to put some of that heat on him, and I was like, no, it wasn't the mayor. So it's
Exactly.
yeah,
So
Wow.
it's
I mean,
crazy.
I can understand people feeling, feeling a certain type of way towards me, and it's cool. But like I said, you can't, like I said, but you, like, it's what you just said. You cannot get up here and say how a person will react by the things that have happened to them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I also suffer from PTSD from while I was in the service.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes, sometimes I go to my dark side, and I'm not going to lie
Yeah.
about it. Sometimes I
Yeah. At
will.
least you're honest about it. Do
Right.
you take
Yeah.
medication for it? Do you take some
No.
medication for it? You
No.
don't? Oh,
No.
wow. Okay.
No. Like I said, I will go to my dark side. And when you decide that when you did that, now see, um, the dark side of me,
Mhm.
would have told me to go in hard at her. Every chance that I get, cuss her out. Do this, do that. But
Mhm.
the realization, the real side of me, saying that sometimes you just got to just sit back. You just got to sit back and relax and just see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
by me just sitting back, relaxing, like I said, I'm relaxing. I got paid. I got the week off. Now I can see if you'd have gave me a week off without pay, yes, I'd have been pissed. I'd have been pissed. But I get to sit back and chill. And I, like I said,
Mm.
and like what I told before, what made her get mad was the fact that I got paid and I said thank you. Because see now, what I can do now is that I can go talk to my therapist. I can go do this. I can go do that. And then, like I said, now I'm setting me up a premises as far as my case goes.
Okay. I hear you. Wow, this is just it's just I mean, like I said, I just like I'm not here to judge. Like I said, people can react how they want to react, but your response to it was like I was just shocked, because I'm like, you never know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is really serious. It's a serious thing to me.
That's a
And
good
I
point.
understand what you're saying, though. You believe in the company protocol and all this other stuff, but
Right.
not necessarily do they follow that all the time. So I
Well,
don't,
they have. Well, see, and that's the reason why we have a contract book, and
yeah,
you have to go by, that contract book.
yeah,
If you deviate, from anything from that contract book, you are breaking the law. I'm not saying you're not breaking the law. You're breaking the contract rules between the company and the employee, between the union and the company. Like, I put it
yeah,
like this: unless, okay, one thing that I do know, it's on page 1 of our company rules as far as the contract goes.
hmm,
If you're not my immediate supervisor, per contract rules between the company and the union, you're not allowed
hmm,
to say anything to me unless it's a safety related matter. If I'm doing something not safe, then you can say something to me. But if you come over to me and say, "Hey, I need for you to go over here and do that," well, if you're not my supervisor or you're not the superintendent, if you're the superintendent or you even if you're the plant manager, you cannot come over here and tell me to do something. And I'm like, well, you're not my immediate supervisor. I can say you're not my immediate supervisor. I like to get my union down here, please. And they can't do nothing to you. See, there's rules and regulations. There's rules and regulations that's been stipulated for this. That's the reason why
Yeah.
that's the reason why I say when she got up here and called, my job, the thing
Mm-hmm.
about it is that you you called you called the executive branch, you called headquarters. You didn't call my human resource department, and I end up calling and for me to cover my own ass, I called my human resource department to let them know what she did. That's the reason why I was filed a case number. That's the reason why when I came in, my union rep was sitting there waiting for me. And when I showed them, because like I said, I showed them stuff that was already happening. And so they
Yeah.
was like, well, it's like, you know what, dog? And so my union rep was like, you know what, dog? This is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do, dog. Just go ahead, take the week off. We got you. We got this all covered. You're not under investigation. Because before I left, I said, am I getting paid for this week off? Yeah, you're gonna get paid for this week off. Am I going to is this gonna be put in my employee file? They told me, nope, nope, nope. You are good to go. So, and that's what I did.
Yeah. I hear you. Well, I think, hopefully it'll just go, gloss over and you'll go back. When do you go back? So you go back when, Monday, or
Sunday
like the
night,
middle of next week?
because I work
Sunday
midnights.
night? Okay, so
That's the reason
Sunday
why
night. Okay.
that's the reason why I'm able to catch a lot of your shows. Like I said, even while I'm at work,
Mhm.
as long as I'm on my phone, because if I'm on my phone, I'm on my phone during my break.
Mhm.
That's when I'm on my phone during my break. I'm not on my phone during saying that if I'm on the line. See, you can't, and they tell you no cell phones
Mhm.
are allowed while you are on the line.
Right.
But if you look around, if you come on it, like I said, plant life, and that's the whole thing. That's what a lot of people don't realize. Plant life is a whole lot different from regular life. You got plant families, you got plant girlfriends, you got plant boyfriends, you got plant husbands, you got plant wives. All this. The plant is like another world.
Hey, Claudia.
Mhm.
That's what it is. And the plant is like another world, and that's what they do. That's what they good.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that, so far nothing has came of it. I hope don't nothing come of it. But child, it's just a lot going on. This YouTube, see, people really think that YouTube is just, it is real life because people be affected, it affects people's real life. And I said that from when I first came on here. People used to say, this is not real. This is not real. And I'm like, oh, it's real. Because people really be trying to get you, when I was first doxxed, that was real. When people first tried to find out, where I worked at and Phi Babe called my job, that's real.
Oh
It's
yeah,
real when she
most
comes on
definitely.
Netflix and everything. It's real because people.
I still get death threats like like fucking crazy. People send
Oh,
death
I don't.
threats to my emails and they get real descriptive with it. I'm gonna set
Mhm.
your car on fire and wait for you to come out. Then I'm gonna stab you. Well, I got a question for the mayor. Do you think it's possible for you and Diva T to ever squash whatever perceived beef you guys got with each other, to where it's just like you could even say hello to each other in the chat room and that'll be it?
So
Are you
you
Wolfpack sauce? Are
I'm
you
just
Wolfpack?
I had to ask. You said what?
Oh, okay.
so
Okay.
so I put it like this. Um, you call you when you get up here and say that you're a Marine, and we're supposed to be a band of brothers and a band of sisters. I don't care what anybody says. When you say fuck my family, when you say fuck my mama and fuck my family,
Ooh,
it's fuck
F.
it's
Okay.
it's
So,
fuck you. It's fuck you for
no,
life.
wait. Don't say the F word. You keep saying it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
understand that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
respect that.
So
Yeah.
you got to you got to respect that. When you say when you get up and say f my mama and f my family, then that means that you're saying, basically saying f my f us being a band of brothers or sisters. And so I can't. There would never be a time where I can say hello. Can we be in the same room, or on as far as the same chat room? Of course, we
Mm.
can be in the same chat room. But the thing about it is this, Salt, and I think that you've already seen it. when I'm in somebody's chat room and she's in that chat room, a lot of people see that I don't say nothing to her.
Mm.
It's another it's another troll that's in the chat room. In fact, there's 2 or 3 other trolls that's in the chat room that say something to her.
Mm.
Oh,
So
So
safe to say, no, they will probably never speak again. Probably not. I'm thinking. But you never know. I've seen some wilder things happen on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot. And let me ask you something, the mayor. So my understanding is, so yesterday what happened was you and Diva were over there and y'all were speaking, and then Ali came in. That's why I was like, what the hell? I thought it was all started with Ali, but Ali came in and she was addressing you about an issue. Now, what was she addressing you about?
that was the part that I didn't understand. And see, and what Ali doesn't realize is this. See, Ali thinks that I have a problem with her. I don't have a problem with
Mm-hmm.
Ali. When the fact that she put me in the back when ZX was up on her panel one day.
Okay, yes,
And
I remember that.
and
And that
okay, you
upset you. I
remember that.
remember you were upset about that. Mm-hmm.
And I was upset about this, but then again, I can't be upset for the simple fact that's her show, that's her panel. She runs her show the way she wants to run it. And I left it
Mm-hmm.
at that. I left it at that. Now, when she came up there and said that she had, now this is the part that I didn't get. If you have so much, and this is when you have so much information on somebody, right? If you say that
Mm-hmm.
you have information on somebody, you have screenshots, you have this, you have that. Okay, then, well, I was going to give it to you. Well, then why did you bring it up then? If you said, but I don't know why you did that. That's what I understand. I don't know why she came up there. I don't know if she's trying to come up there to take up for me or whatever, but I found it somewhat strange. And but I left it alone.
Huh. I don't know.
I,
That's weird. Go
I,
ahead.
I,
Go
would,
ahead.
I would, yeah, I would like to say something. Yeah, I agree with Coco Mama. No, I'm not part of the Wolf Pack, but according to Diva Tomboyish, I've been stalking her. But that's a topic for another show.
Just like,
Oh, God.
okay. Perfect example. Perfect example of pure
Mhm.
delusional lunacy. When you get up here, and it's called, and this man has been blamed. This man has been accused of calling her while she was in the mental hospital.
That one was actually pretty funny.
Oh, God.
You say, okay, okay, like I said, a
I've
lot
been
of people,
accused of worse.
right? Like I said, you've been accused of worse, but like I said, but when you got up here, when I heard that you got up here and called while she was in the mental hospital, I was like, well, damn, Salt done reached the Salt then went down to a real low. If he called the mental hospital.
Well, of course, I mean, they would be stupid because of course, nobody's going to give you information on anybody. So why
Yeah.
even call them? You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that due to the privacy
Yeah.
laws. You know,
Yeah.
so that's crazy. Well, at least we got some clarification on that, you guys. But so it's safe to say that you'll go back to work and everything will resume as normal, I guess, until you hear, I guess, something from whatever Diva's filing. With the
Coco Mama, we know that you one of her day one, so it don't whatever you type in, you can say whatever you want to. You talking about
Coco's Wolfpack? I didn't know Coco was
yeah.
Wolfpack.
When you get up and say
Okay.
folks don't get a joke, but when you got somebody who's on the outside looking in, somebody can take that. Even though you say it might be a joke, some people can take that seriously. You understand what I'm saying, Tracy? Like,
Yeah, I hear
wow,
what you're saying.
you got to pay and call at the mental hospital. You got to pay and call. First of all, I just want to know one thing: how did he know what mental hospital you was in? Were you? That's what I find funny. You call it. How did he know that you was in the mental hospital? And how did he know the exact number in which to call while you was in the mental hospital? Yeah, whatever, Coco Mama. Like I said before, you get up here and say all this and all that, but that's it. You never jump on nobody's panel, but you got a lot to say with them fingers. Like I said, you a gangster type. I see that right now.
Child.
I do
Well,
crack myself up, Claudia. That's a part of me being crazy.
Good child. Well, I thank you for coming on, Mayor. Thank you
No
so
problem. Thank you for having me
Thank
up.
y'all for coming on. I appreciate it. And we got a little bit clearer on what's going on. I know I did. So hopefully everybody else did as well. It is y'all's thing. Like I said, I'm not here to choose sides or nothing, but I'm just here to just get clarification so that people can know what's going on for those of us that have not been on board. So thank you guys for coming
Can
on. And
I
y'all
say something real quick before I hop off?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, never at any point, like mainly between me and her, it's all jokes. I ain't got no problem with Diva Tomboyish, and I got nothing but love for Coco Mama because she's always been nice to me. So yeah, it's just a whole bunch of jokes and shit. So yeah, all right. You guys have a nice night. Be safe.
Okay, thank you for coming on. Thank you, Mayor, for coming on. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you for having me up, Coco Mama. Peace out to everybody in the chat room.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Tracy,
So Paulette,
I
let's
got
wrap
something
this
to
up.
say.
Huh? What's up?
Did you see Bless cuss Kwani out?
No, I didn't. I have to watch that still because I shared the video, but I have to catch the replay. So you know I'm up at night, so I'll be catching replays. But what I want to go watch is Jay Wilson because I was hearing what's happening on over there. So we need to see what's happening on over yonder. Because I remember people be trying to rewrite history, baby. You can't rewrite history.
He's still alive.
I don't know. I guess so. But people be trying. We need to go on over yonder. But I will be back, you guys. Thank y'all for coming on.
Not
Thank
yet.
you, Paulette. Thank you, baby. We're going to go on over there and give Jay Wilson a click and a view. Thank you, everybody. Feel free to hit the Cash App, and I will see you guys later. Peace, everybody. Peace.